on YouTube,
Can
you
you
need to
guys hear
press
me
to
now?
like.
Am I just that stupid of a streamer that I haven't figured it out?
I feel like there's something that you might need to press in YouTube
I
to
think
actually start
I
the
pushed
broadcast.
something, and I just want to make sure that everyone else can see the stream right now.
I have not seen the stream come live yet. I think everybody else is probably in the same boat.
Dang it.
Maybe it started. No, it's starting now.
Oh, it's starting now? Great.
Yeah, we're live.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Sasquatch. I'm just an idiot, so I'm just gonna do this whole spiel again, but I'm gonna cut it down because half of it doesn't matter. If you're not familiar, I'm Sapphire. This is AWBW. He is one of the premier Fog players, probably one of the top players actually, he is one of the top players on the site. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Basically, we're gonna play a game of Guess the Elo. So you guys all are all familiar with this funny number we call Elo. It's supposedly an approximation of our skill. And we're going to see some gameplay, and we're going to see if we can figure out if it's true. All right. So, ELAGATUA, can you hear me? Are you on?
Yes, I'm here. I've
goodness,
been
we can't afford
ready the whole
any more
time.
mess ups.
I think we'll pull through. The content will be worth the wait. Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's me,
The best
ELAGATUA.
content is my messed up content, and you. Hold on, I'm gonna see if you guys can see. I'm gonna try to fix this as we go along. All right, so if I do this. Isn't this
How's everybody
magical?
doing in the chat? What are we working on fixing right now?
Now we can see your little icon.
Ooh.
We'll just fix that as we go along. It'll be fine. No one has to know. All right, so first match. And I think actually some of the first matches are just ones that you've covered on your channel. So this is Redemption World. It's a fairly competitive map. The only point of contention I have in this map, and I think it comes down to that one tournament it was in, where everyone and their mother was saying that this was a very, like, stally map. And it might have been you I was talking to about this, that I don't think it's a very stally map. I think it's actually a very active map. And it's only stally because when he just made a video where it was a Von Bolt mirror, and purely because it was a Von Bolt mirror, in that situation it was a little stally.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the players. I think it definitely can get very stally, especially at the highest levels, because there's really only 2 contested properties on each side. And so if those kind of split down the middle in the early game, then you have a lot of incentive just to play defensively and wait for the other person to mess up an attack first. And there's a lot of people who don't know how to attack. I would say extraordinarily few. So it's.
Yeah, I am one of those who does not know.
Well, you're in good company.
All right.
So they are saying that your voice is very quiet compared to mine.
Mine is very quiet. Okay. Let me see if I can check. Is this better? Is this louder? Can you guys hear me now? Good. I'm going to keep going until I get a little bit of like some feedback or something.
Yeah, we can adjust it live. It's no worries.
Yeah. See if I can input this and do this. How's that? I can also do a little bit of this. Is this better? Check.
You got louder to me, so that's a good sign.
That works. We're just going to do that.
Yes, I love it. Wonderful.
Great, because I find that there's a different volume setting for like streaming than there is recording, but that's just me. All right. So anything else you want to mention about this map in particular? Or do you want to get into
this is kind of a challenging map for Guess the ELO because tank openers are actually pretty good on this map, especially from the weak side. And a lot of times tank openers are something that I would use to to find the lower ELO players because you see a lot of day 3 recons and you see a lot of tank openings at the lower ELOs, and things get much more varied the higher you go. But on this map, I think I even did like a tournament map or a tournament game on this where I opened tank, and even like kind of double tank from the weak side. So it might take us a little bit getting into the game before we get some indications about the skill level of these players.
All right. Well, let's hope that we can actually determine that, or if I just really suck at picking matches. Because ideally, I try to pick for these matches. I try to choose ones that were across the ELO range. But you know what? I'm very.
If it's
valuable.
bad, we blame the players.
Yeah, or just blame me. Blame the host. Works 60% of the time. It works every time.
That's how I feel about a lot of my luck rolls.
If you're like me, you never make any of them.
There's an upcoming game where both of us have been cursed with just some really bizarre dice rolls. I think, and there have been 4 or 5 like 85% plus rolls failed, combined like between us both, and so we're all just getting trolled pretty hard. All right. Well, I haven't seen any day 3 recons yet.
Can you still see it even if I'm doing this?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, good.
Nothing has gone wrong yet.
Just because I'm trying to share it over Discord, but at the same time, Discord will shut off my display, so I can't tell if it's actually working.
As long as you don't minimize it, I think it's going to be okay. That was kind of a weird capture route by Blue to take that front infantry and move it back.
This one?
No, on the right.
Wait,
on the strong side, actually.
They move.
It was actually the one that went to capture the city.
Oh,
the lead infantry there. Yeah, that guy. He kind of like came back.
I'm just gonna go back so I can see it. Oh, yeah, I see.
That's kind of a weird one. I don't remember the exact optimal capture route for this map, but I don't think that is it. So that is already a tell that this is like I'm already feeling below 1200 just based on that. But let's keep going. We'll see if I can find more. It's just a vibe. I'd have to check some of my openers to see like what is optimal, but okay, so that's pink. At least the weak side infantry seems pretty good. So I'm liking this so far. So looking maybe like a tank opener for pink.
How do you like that opener?
Oh, a mech. No, I don't like this. This is like Blue is already below 1000.
Okay.
This is insanity. Absolute insanity.
So far, I'm feeling good about the ones I chose.
Yeah, I mean this is already not a thing.
And there's your tank opener. It looks a lot like a recon.
That's fine. That is actually what pink has done is actually a thing, and actually opening recon from that back base is fine, because you get the roads that lead all the way to the center, and so actually, especially in the early game, having the infantry kind of from the front base matters more than the extra positioning on the recon. Later on, that'll change. This is like some like insane details, but basically, if you build the recon from the closer base, you can get into both of the forests in the center of the map on that left side in 2 recon moves. But if you build it from the back base, you can't. So later on, that's like something that matters. But early game, it's not as important because this recon is so late that it's a scouting recon, not a harass recon. So the timings don't matter as much, and actually the efficiency matters.
Okay.
Anyway, pink's looking good. Blue, I'm concerned, but we'll see how this plays out. Okay, a tank and a mech. All right. So no vision. This is like again the hallmark of low ELO is not building enough recons, because you really need recons to make good decisions in fog.
Just wait until the next few games.
Okay. I'm bracing. Okay, interesting. So this is a very passive opener from Pink. I don't think Pink is super high ELO either, because really you want to prioritize that. I don't have a grid here, but it's the kind of that center city. You want to get that quickly because
I forget. Is it this city or is it?
Yeah,
it's one of these two, right?
It's both of those two are the mirrored cities, and those two are cities that they're pretty safe to get in the early game because they're very easy to cover with a tank. You're only 2 tank moves away from that weak side base. But if for some reason you don't get that city fast enough, it's actually pretty. It's not easy, but you can artillery lock it from the other side, and then you can get into hot water if you don't get it fast enough. So the fact that Pink sent the infantry towards the center of the map instead of towards that city suggests to me that they're not kind of prioritizing the right properties. Maybe they'll send that other infantry next to the mountain down that way. I don't know if they've moved it yet this turn. I guess they'll move it next turn. But yeah, it's the little things. You can kind of tell when things aren't quite right. So
is this the city where it's popular to? I forget what it was, but there's like you city skip to get this one or something to ensure that you get it to avoid harassment from a recon.
That's exactly right, and I'm pretty sure that I was the one who kind of created that meta, and then I started like metaing against my meta later on because I had to. It's just always hard when you put out a video on a map and then you have to play it again in a tournament later on, and it's like, are they just going to copy me, or are they gonna like hard counter my build, or you got to try and mix it up somehow. So
because I've played a game against Rip and he saw right through me because I basically copied his exact opener and he did the exact thing to punish me for it. And
I've been guilty of doing that a few times too. Yeah, this is one of those like little things. Like you can tell the build doesn't quite make sense. The tank is too early. Like that tank is not actually accomplishing anything by being there. You want the tank to be out at the same time that you're doing that capture on that city. But if it's mistimed like this, then you're actually better off like building some other unit, like a recon or something like that, because the tank is basically a defensive unit. And actually, blue is playing like way too defensively, like 2 tanks and a mech and no recons. So any sort of like greedy opener would just be eating blue's lunch. But yeah, this is not a high level replay. I'm fairly confident already. Like there's been no fighting, and I can already tell that like I think Pink is the only one who's above 1,000. Or let me rephrase that. Pink is the only one who has a chance to be above 1,000 based on my vibe so far. Okay, so second recon. So I'm okay with this. Pink's like, other than ignoring that property that they should be going for, largely like Pink's making sense. I apologize to anybody in the chat who I accidentally roast. It's not personal because I don't know who you are, but I will be giving honest feedback on these matches. I don't cover a lot of low-level replays in my games or in my videos, so you're just going to get exactly what I think. And
I mean, I'm hard on because of where you stand in the ladder. I think anything you give is beneficial.
Well, it might be beneficial, but it might already laid into blue a little bit. And there's been no fighting, so there's going to be a lot of that, I think.
So what do you think of that move?
That is way too late. So that's just a recon donation. Like if you're gonna, it was like D5 recon or something like that. Like 1,000,000% of the time, this property is going to be covered. Now they do have the comm tower, and it is Hawk, so that recon does bring the infantry down to 4. And if it wasn't Hawk, actually, it would probably bring the infantry down to 5, and it would be even worse. Bringing it down to 4 makes it like less bad because now probably this infantry is going to have to get pulled. But if you're going to do this, you need to also have the infantry in position to actually clear off the guy from the city. Otherwise, you just need to let it go. You're putting yourself behind. This is not great. Anyway, don't do this. So at least covering with the tank, but the problem is that the tank's going to go on the city. Now, blue's kind of messed this up too, because blue, I don't know if that tank is going to one-shot the recon from the city. With Hawk, it might. It might be a roll. But that tank's going to end up on the city, and then, like, okay, Pink's got a tank there to fight the tank on the city, but you only got one, so this trade is not going to play out beneficially for Pink.
Do you think that on the right side, Pink is going to end up being infantry starved? Because they're chaining their tanks from their weak side all the way to their strong side.
It's likely, but it depends on what happens. Because right now, all the fighting is going to be happening on Blue's weak side. And if Pink just never fights on the weak side, then they might get away with it for a while. But eventually, Pink will need to get some copters to kind of balance that out. We'll see how it plays out. That's the classic trap on this map, is that the weak side, the weak side base is so good for building vehicles that you run out of infantry very quickly if there's a lot of trading up in the top right corner. And so you got to avoid getting that trap, because that's kind of how you start losing this line of frontline properties that Pink is starting to capture now.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I think probably Blue missed that roll. But this is why you don't go mech. Like, look at this mech. Like, it's constantly chasing the fight. Maybe eventually it'll make it into position, but this is like, the mech was the first non-infantry unit that Blue bought, and just now it's finally getting used. Like, it would have been infinitely better to have like a recon from the weak side or a recon from the strong side instead. And Blue's strong side, the captures are just like really far behind. Like, it's like day 8, and we're still, one turn away from getting to that city across the lake. Yeah, it's not optimal. I do like the copter, though. This is a good copter turn. Although I don't really love the recon from the weak side. I think whoa, okay. That is a decision. That's a horrible decision.
It is a decision, isn't it?
We've gone from donating a tank, or donating a recon, to donating a tank. You can't do this. This is over. I mean, there's a million reasons why you should never do this. You're putting an 8 HP tank next to the city. That 4 HP infantry should just retreat, and then the full HP tank comes over, and the 2 tanks finish off the tank. And now Pink is going to be down a tank and a recon for the sake of denying a city that they have also not managed to capture the free city on their side of the board either. This is a yikers. Like, for sure, this is not above 1,000 for either players. I'm in the 900 to 800 range. That's where for both of these players. But the problem is that Pink is throwing first, and I'm not entirely confident that Blue would do any better. But because Blue is just able to respond to the misplays of Pink, it's working out great for Blue. Blue's having a great time. Also, notice that there's no anti-airs from pink, even though they are fighting into the weak side. And when you fight into the weak side, you are going to run into copters eventually. It's going to happen because if you're fighting there, the other player's going to spend all their money on the base, and then they're going to have money left over, and they're going to spend it on the airport. So there's always going to be copters showing up there if you're committing to a fight there. So you need to anticipate that and get anti-air. Not that I think there's a lot of anticipation going on in this game. So correct move. Good job, Blue. It wasn't a super hard move to find the optimal choice for, but you found it, and so that's good. Good stuff.
Gold star.
Yeah, gold star. I mean, Blue's doing the right stuff. I might have okay. All right, I'll live with this. Okay. Well, now, so this is the classic. Oh, it's not the classic.
What did you anticipate happening?
I anticipated the infantry getting hit there into the tank plowing into the mech, because I mean, mechs are the single greatest like rage bait unit, where like if you attack into a mech and then you get vision of it and you realize like, oh no, my recon like is gonna get counterattacked by a mech, that just like triggers something in people's brains where like all their vehicles must be just yeeted into the mech. If you've watched my video that I put out the other day, you can witness this happen in a high level game too. It seems like nobody's safe, but instead, just deciding to trade it to infantry and let the recon die for free. It seems like everything is wrong. Okay, so a bunch of tanks have been built up here. I mean, for what it's worth, Pink has consolidated relatively well, but I'm not taking anything for granted right now. But I'm assuming this recon is going to die to the mech, and this should turn out pretty well for Blue, because ideally they will see the artillery with the recon that's about to join the fight without driving any units into range of the artillery, because the artillery is not actually covering anything. I'm bracing myself for disappointment. Let's see what happens. Please don't finish off that 1 HP recon with the tank. Please don't do it. I will, especially not before moving the recon. So yet again, everything is wrong here.
And maybe it's just me, but I feel like at the higher level, you almost always move the vision units first before you start like hammering your opponent.
Absolutely, and not only that, but that recon needs to finish off the 8 HP infantry on the road to allow one of those low HP infantries to finish off the 1 HP recon. So like you should always be sequencing it that way. And now the recon's going to survive with 1 HP, and the tank's not even fighting. What is happening here? Okay, well, at least, so imagine this, which it's nice to have the artillery covering the mech, but imagine if there was not a 1 HP recon there to broadcast in 4K that the artillery is waiting to trap. The trap doesn't work when they see the trap as it's being set. That's not, If I say I think every mistake that is going to happen in this game, we are going to be here until 11 o'clock.
Oh, there's lower games. Don't you worry.
That concerns me. it goes without saying, but both players are incorrectly pushing the sides. So blue should not be trying to go for that capture. And also pink should not be trying to contest that capture on the other side. So they're both wrong. At least he retreated the recon. I probably wouldn't even bother repairing the recon though. 1 HP, like, do you really?
It's going to take forever to heal up.
Yeah, and a 3 HP recon doesn't accomplish anything.
It's still just a squishy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, infantry can still take it out pretty easily. And 1 HP recons are great. Like, they're amazing for getting info. Okay, this is I mean, sure, I guess. This is why you don't want to run out of weak side infantry if you're pink. This is what happens. Now a tank is going to have to interrupt that cap. We got a front shift. Okay. All right. I don't know if you're if you're qualified for these high level tactics, but I see you. I see you, Blue Moon. I kind of like it. I mean, execution a little questionable. Leaving the mech just kind of chilling out there is a decision, but I sure, I'm in. Somehow this is stabilized into handshaking that, like, the weak sides are just going to get clobbered. I love the retreat into going into the forest with the tank, as if Blue Moon actually could see it, and the fake out doesn't matter unless they can see you trying to fake them out. But I love the idea. Okay. Oh, that one popped me off a little bit. All right, and good. A weak side Neo tank. That's a good one to do. Giving up the property though. Interesting.
I guess they're just scared of the HQ cap.
I mean, I guess. The weak side Neo tank is good though. This map is great for weak side Neo tanks. It gets a lot of income into the fight very, very quickly. So that at least is solid. If these players are above 1,000 ELO, I'm going to scream.
Let me just switch out the players real quick so that's true.
People have surprised me before, but are we seeing some patience? Things are, stalling out a little bit. Oh, everything I say is just immediately wrong. So just donating a tank with no vision. Oh, now we send the vision. Now that we see that the mech is there trapping us. Okay. And we're going to fight on the strong side, and we're going to fight on the weak side. So, although the Neo tank is coming, so I guess starting an engagement there is not the worst. This is a crazy overextension by pink on the weak side. Like, there's no purpose to go this deep. I guess you're trying to flip that one property where the 9 HP infantry is on, but like you can't extend further than this without winning in the vehicle fight more, and you're just sending yourself to get blown off the map by a big counterattack. If blue shifts everything weak side right now, it's going to be an absolute massacre, because they've got all these tanks that are sitting next to the lake that can actually shift weak side. Well, now they can't. Okay. I mean, I guess just yeeting everything is fine too, because this overextension is getting absolutely brutalized, as it should. Yeah, so it's not looking great for pink. Neotank's nice, but the unit count on the weak side, there's 0 infantry left. Blue could legitimately just all in the HQ right now, and it'd probably be fine. This mech has been cooking. It's not been cooking because it ought to have been cooking, but somehow it's kind of worked out, so well done, I guess. Does manage to flip the property.
But at what cost?
Well, there's some tanks that died. I don't know what... I mean, I'm just looking at the charge bars, and it feels about right. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, so this is now within 1 tank move of the weak side base. And this is the only anti-air, by the way. It is the only anti-air. So that copter that is, I believe, now in vision is going to have free reign on the entire army. Okay. I think we paused the replay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
It's all good.
Is that better?
The suspense is killing me. There we go. I wonder what's going to happen when these bars fill up, because hawk mirrors are always really weird, where if you're going to pop your power, you kind of want to be like winning the game by popping your power. Oh my gosh, this infantry. Little infantry that could. It's a shame the copter's in the way. But yeah, like this attack is totally cooked.
Get out of range.
This is absolute cleanup time. So I don't know what that sack was for. Okay. Well, Pink is just getting blown off the board here. Pink has had the income lead for a lot of the game, but income is not everything. You have to have unit count. Unit count is the number of attacks you get per turn. And okay, yeah, so Pink is out. Yes. And not a moment too soon. Boy. I mean, I feel like this is like a 900-850 kind of situation. So how do I do this in the sheet? Like,
so the one next to your name, just click on that square and type it in, and it should pop up.
Type it in for who? For the winner?
The winner, yes. We're guessing the winner. For like 99% of these, it's really close. And if not, it would put them like slightly above the winner. Yeah, it would put the winner slightly above an ELO. So if you just guess the winner's ELO.
Okay, well I've got 900 on there. That's what I'm going with.
All right. It's not popping up, but we're just gonna roll with it.
Are
you ready for the ELO?
Yeah.
1282.
1282. Are you serious?
I am not joking. That is the best approximation at the time of this game that I can get. I know, right?
Holy cow.
Now, do you want to guess who the winner is?
Who the winner... Is this, like, really old?
This is, I think, within 3 months.
Ooh. Am I going to know? I'm concerned that I know this player, given...
Oh, you probably know. You probably engage with them on the Discord.
That's concerning.
Right. So I'm going to give you 4 options.
Yeah, okay.
Is it number 1 ELAGATUA fan?
Okay.
Izanagi 007? The Herboreus? Or is it Sapphire Commander?
Part of me wants to say number 1 ELAGATUA fan because I feel like they got a lot better. And I also know that they played like a lot of games and then they kind of burned out and started doing crazy stuff. And then lost a lot that probably they shouldn't have. But the thing is, all right, other than the opener in this game, Blue Moon did not really have the opportunity to screw anything up. Because everything that they did was just forced by Pink doing absolute foolish decisions. And all Blue had to do was just take the obvious move and punish the terrible decision that was made by Pink. So I don't feel like Blue showed me a lot about their ability to close out games. I don't think this is Izanagi. I played Izanagi in the Smacky Cup 4 semifinals. Izanagi, if this is Izanagi, then they were not trying. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go with number one AWBW fan. I'm locking it in.
Okay. For those at home, you ready?
Sure.
The answer is Izanagi.
Oh, no. Izanagi, you were not trying. Tell me you weren't trying in this game. You do realize, like, I was on the verge of losing to Izanagi in the Smacky Cup 4 semifinals. Like, it was kind of a lost game for me. It was, I mean, I was thinking it was a lost game, and then there's like some minor mistakes that were made. But I do think Izanagi is a player where the effort level is not consistent between all of their games. And so that's, I was kind of expecting to roll Izanagi pretty hard in the semifinals of that tournament, and I got cooked for a while. And very, very oftentimes I end up winning against people because there's like just kind of one aspect of the game that I'm a little bit more polished in. And that was kind of the case here. But Izanagi, I mean, I did see the front shift. So like there was like strategy happening. The mech though, like what on earth? Anyway,
all right.
I think I'm done with this one, boy.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the next game. That is not the next game. It should be this one. Is that not? Okay, you're gonna see me. Is there a way I can hide this? I'm just gonna fix this live, and you guys are gonna deal with it. Okay.
All right. While you're dealing with that, I want to say shout out to the Herbivorous because I didn't pick them because I'm pretty sure that I am 0-2 against the Herbivorous, even though it's only in like map testing games that I'm just screwing around in. But I didn't want to like call them out as like the player in this game who I called 950 ELO, and then also have me be like 0-2 against them. So I specifically like didn't mention that. So shout out to you if you're watching. You own me in these map test games.
And I'm going to give a shout out to Steeler over on the Discord because without him, I would not understand enough about web development to even figure out how to alter these files.
Got my friend Claude. He's a real bro.
That's right. We're going to have a guest come in.
Uh-oh.
If he joins. It's going to be Boge. I'm going to pronounce it right. I'm wrong. I'm going to say Bogeus. But he's going to join any moment.
Okay, while that happens, I'm going to grab my water bottle real fast. So give me one moment, and I'll be right back.
Go right ahead. You've been doing a lot of talking. You need the hydration. Welcome, my friend.
Welcome. Glad to be here again.
Great. Did you get to see the first round?
I came in at the very end. I saw.
Oh, you got to see ELAGATUA just get frustrated as all hell.
I did see ELAGATUA getting a little annoyed about it, yeah, but I didn't see much beyond that.
From what my opinion is so far of this whole series, well, this concept, I think it's difficult to understand. I think it's a really abstract thing because there's some players, even high level, where I'm confused about what's going on, but somehow they clinch it out, and
Yeah, I mean, I looked like an idiot last time we did this, where I was like, I don't know about this play, and then it's like rip, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just an idiot here, like,
oh, I love that one. That was awesome.
yeah.
So sorry to ruin the magic of how I do this, guys, but for some reason, the replay viewer and its interaction with the OBS does not want to play nicely, so it keeps setting it to the wrong map. See, the easy answer is I just don't crop the image, but, I thought, because that's what I do for my replay analysis, is that I crop the image, that way I can have it all looking very nice and neat and stuff, and I should probably just say screw it, to be honest. I might do that in the next few rounds, we don't know.
The lowest production value is the best. Least effort.
I mean, that's why other PNG tubers, they have like moving like little icons and stuff, and when they talk they light up and the mouth moves. Not me. I can barely play this game. What makes you think I can figure this stuff out?
Same. I'm out of practice right now too, so.
Okay, so if Legatua was upset with the previous map, I think this one's gonna be really funny.
I might have to let a lot of stuff slide, otherwise we might be here all night.
I mean, there's one match, actually maybe the match 4 and 5, which I don't know. I kind of want to know your take on it. We're just gonna put that over there. There. No one will know. All right. You guys ready?
Yes. Is this
I'm hoping
match
I'm ready.
2 or 3?
Oh wait, hold on. Can you see?
Or is this later?
Let me
This is
fix
2.
this real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna share you a different screen. This screen, so you guys can see it, right? Stalingrad.
Yeah, test page Adder versus Sammy.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, this is already a mess because we've got a Sammy picker on Stalingrad.
Yeah, and they're not.
So
What
Sammy's
is
not
it?
like
Orange,
a horrible
brown
well,
desert. So
it's not an optimal pick, but you can have a lot of fun with Sammy, especially if you'd use the Jesus, I'm trying to remember it. There's an opening for player 2 with an APC that's like super duper efficient, and I just love it. And I use it every time I play Sammy on this map.
I copied. I think it was. I forget who it was, but they did it as player 1. I just copied that opener as I think like Jake, and then I got way too greedy and overextended and just instantly lost. So, pro tip: if you're gonna use an opener that you didn't make, try and understand like what it's doing and what its goals are, and rather than just doing it move for move.
I have a feeling I know who you copied it from.
Yeah, it was Law.
Well, I have a feeling you know. You want to know who Law copied it from?
Is it you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, a mech. Oh no, a day 3 mech.
Yeah, without the
Yep.
airport captured.
Well, before they started with a mech, and that ended up perfectly. So we'll just see.
Did it though? All right. Well, I'm fuming already. That's okay. All right, it made a recon. That's
Day 4
good.
recon. Okay.
Orange Star seems competent so far.
It's a pretty standard opener, yeah, and very safe opener. Weak side tank.
Unnecessarily safe. It's too early for the tank, but it's okay. There's
I mean,
nothing,
it's better than
nothing
putting
wrong
the tank
yet.
on the other side.
Sure. Even better would be not building a tank.
Agreed. And also, I think isn't the airport a little late for red?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's very efficient economically, but
Ooh, double tank weak side. Don't like that. You need it.
that
You need more
seems really
on the weak side.
strange.
Yeah, you need more,
Especially against
more
Sammy.
Yeah, that is that valid point there. Yeah, there should be like triple recon opening for Adder for sure.
I think you're the only person I've ever seen do triple recon against the Sammy.
Well, they can't have a tank everywhere.
It's true.
So is it wrong to go for that comm tower there? I feel like the opener usually tries to chain to cities and then go to comm a little later.
That's what I tried.
Yeah, it's a little early. It's just exacerbated because they've been spamming vehicles out of the weak side base. They've got like no infantry.
Yeah. And then didn't they cap the airport with the weak side infantry as well?
I don't think so. I think it was actually a strong side infantry.
Okay.
So both of these players go for the comm tower first rather than the adjacent cities. So are you are you guys pretty confident?
I don't think that the infantry there was no adjacent city for it to chain into. I think if there was a chain they would have gone for it, but you don't have to go for the comm chain immediately, I feel like.
Yeah. Sapphire, are you quiet again?
He's quiet for me.
Oh.
Okay.
How about now?
That's
now
better,
it's a little better, yeah.
So if you hear any like jingling, that's me. I'm trying to be quiet about it.
Oh, brother. Sorry, I just watched that mech attack the pipe seam.
Yeah,
I know, right? Don't you love it?
Hey, I built a mech.
And then I attacked the pipe seam with it.
Yes.
If you're not familiar with this map, destroying the pipe seams basically have literally no strategic value at all. I don't even know why they're there, other than, I guess, just if you want to like reveal that you don't know what you're doing, then you can attack the pipe seam.
I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of maps where they just have pipe seams to kind of fool you.
Okay, so we have to tank move after capturing stuff. So I think they're not necessarily maximizing their vision.
There's a lot that's not being maximized here.
I'm not seeing anything from Red that's like honestly that bad, other than like they're not really paying attention that they're against Sammy. And then yeah, I agree. Like a lot of weak side vehicles, pretty unnecessary. If they don't know this map, like I can understand.
How do you like that move right there?
That's a question mark.
I mean, you gotta keep the pipe seams even, right? So like you hit one with the mech and then you hit one with the copter.
And have the other one.
It's synergy. I will say for orange, I don't know if it's red or orange, but the second tank being put way back in the forest like that is very comical because there's no danger at all.
I think they didn't want to reveal it because they knew the recon was there when they moved that tank. I think they didn't want to reveal the recon.
I guess that's fair. I don't really know what you're hiding though. Like you're gonna have tanks on this map.
Yeah. Okay, that was a very aggressive tank position.
Move.
Yeah, this is why you don't open double tank. You need vision. Like these tanks are the strongest thing on the board, and they have been the entire game, but they can't see anything, so they can't shoot. Like I mean, that recon would have been a one shot.
You can go double tank. You just has to be. I'm not going to be attacking anything. I'm literally just having tanks to defend my stuff that I'm capturing or whatever.
Yes, against the classic Sammy triple recon openers.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Okay, why are we trapping the tank? It doesn't matter.
This is suboptimal.
Yeah, like we don't need to trap the tank. It's like sure, get your hit off, whatever. You also know that tank's there and can't actually punish your tank.
And not only that, but it's not even going to trap it because the tank is going to come in and kill the recon, and it's going to be free.
Is it a one shot on planes? I think it's not.
Maybe it won't be, but the infantry will probably finish it off. Yeah.
Well, if you're doing it, you're not going to get the roll, but anybody else probably could. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
I think tank plus infantry is a guarantee on planes.
Okay. With one, they have the comm tower, yeah.
Okay, now it's probably not a guarantee, but the recon plus infantry can clear off the the capturing infantry here, and then the second tank goes on the city to clear the recon, and you can. I mean, it's a Sammy tank. The 6 HP tank can just counterattack the 7 HP guy, and it's fine.
Yeah. And the copter doesn't reach.
Yeah.
Correct attack order, at least there.
Yeah, I'm.
Why?
Well, it was until it wasn't. I get nervous about saying like, "Oh, good job," because I feel like the second I say something good, it's just immediately going to go out the window with something insane. It's going to let them have that most contested city on the map for free. I guess it's Sammy, so maybe they couldn't have properly.
Yeah, maybe if they had
prevented the
vision
capture.
before, but I think after the recon moved, I'm not sure they had it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. I keep forgetting that it's Sammy because you don't play Sammy.
Yeah, you
on
don't
this
see
map.
Sammy very often. I think this is a little dubious, though. Like, red has decent vision there, and blue doesn't really have the forces. No, I guess both tanks cover that tile.
I mean, the real problem is that you're playing Sammy on this gigantic map, and I was just about to say you're playing Sammy, and you have no transports on this map.
I think the transports are really late on this map.
Yeah, this is not. You want to do if you're going to do Sammy, you need to be opening APC like 100% of the time, just for the efficiency.
Especially because you have two mechs that pretty much already gotten to the front line, and they had to walk there. That's super
that
inefficient.
mech I think is getting pretty fit now. Like they're getting ready to run a marathon, I think.
Well, he did get an attack off, so that's good.
He did hit the pipe scene, yeah. And I think he captured that city by the base as well, right?
You might be right about that, yeah.
I think it captured the city, then walked up, hit the pipe seam, and then continued its trek up to where it is now. I don't know why they wouldn't just keep capturing with the infantry, and you can just move a tank into punish. Like the 5 HP.
Mentally, it's hard for me to track all of the shenanigans that are happening. I do feel pretty confident that this game is lower ELO than the previous game.
I feel good about that, yeah. I don't think it's like that bad. Like I don't think it's in the past when I was doing this, I was like, oh, this is like 850 ELO, and it's like, oh, this is actually 1100, and I'm like, okay.
Well, you go back and watch game 1. I undershot the ELO a little bit in the first game.
That we call an oopsie in the business there.
Oh no!
I mean, you still win the fight. You only don't have enough tanks. I guess. Well, he has seal power. Yeah, this seal power is gonna hurt.
I don't even think you need to.
Yeah, you're right. The red tank does reach regardless.
Weak side does look decent for Sammy, at least.
Yeah.
Somehow Sammy is doing okay. Because Adder just continues to...
I think you might as well. You're basically full charge and just get the defense. Why not be on the city?
That was my thought. Because just continue watching.
I mean, is anything going to get put on the city?
What in earth is happening?
Nothing gets put on the city.
Is anything going on the city?
I want to know what that recon thought it was attacking. I thought it was attacking the infantry on the city, and was.
I think it was just trying to go in the forest.
I think it wanted to go in the forest and attack onto the city. I don't know.
So many questions.
Yeah, if the tank was on the city, this would actually be a pretty good attack. Like, there's not much blue can do back. I could see the argument if, like, let's say the 3 HP tank was dead and you wanted to hit the full HP tank. But that's a strange tech.
It just blows my mind that Sammy is not dead yet, given the lack of transports and how bad it is to be fighting like tank wars as Sammy versus Adder. With also
It's
mechs
long
just
dead,
kind of
right?
hiking. The mechs are hoofing it to the front line. So like Sammy's playing down like, a tank and a half of income just because the mechs are going on a hike. And it's still somehow kind of working out.
I think it's just because it's Stalingrad, so it just takes forever for like disparities to manifest as like actual advantages.
Well, it doesn't help that Adder has been overextending into this strong side way farther than they should have for
Yeah.
literally the entire game.
Hopefully they don't sacrifice that anti-air to the mech. I guess it doesn't matter because Amy doesn't have copters there, but
I mean,
okay.
they do see it, so it would be pretty foolish.
Yeah, and they didn't see it until after they attacked with the tank. So,
well, it kind of wouldn't matter to some degree because the tank's already in mech range, so the mech's going to be eaten no matter what.
Yeah, you just don't want to be left with no anti-air on a side. But I guess you're
That
sending
is true.
copters. I think Sammy could maybe have gotten victory march here.
Rip has weighed in chat and says that Adder is between 900 and 1,000, and Sammy is 800. I will point out that that is the exact range that I put a notable player in the community at in the previous replay. A player that gave me a run for my money, and I believe I predicted them at 900. So
I don't think this. I think the Sammy's better than 800. Like they just aren't playing like an 800 level player. They're actually building transports, and they're also not overbuilding transports. They're making
they shot a mech into the pipe seam.
that is weird, but like I don't know, like they're not making 800 level plays.
Not exclusively, I suppose.
Yes.
It is starting to look pretty grim for Sammy. I'm sure Victory March could come up and make things exciting, but
I mean, HQ is probably. I think it's about to get HQ capped.
I
Oh,
think
gosh.
this match is a great example of a certain Sammy trope that happens in matches.
Nice HQ. Yeah. It definitely.
I'm thinking
HQ
of a
caps
different
coming
one.
next turn.
Infantry.
Why are we hitting infantry rather than recon?
I mean, I guess to set up for Victory March, but it's just well,
Yeah,
all right.
this
I
is
guess
nice HQ.
yeah. Sammy is Adder's not paying enough attention to the HQ threat. That's for sure. And now it's a problem. You got nothing to put on the HQ, and the Neo Tank is one turn too late.
You could maybe like ball up infantry like enough. I think there is a way.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You need to clear the mech. You need to clear all 3 infantry. Actually, there's 4 infantry you need to clear.
Yeah, if this was like not fog, I think you could. You just had vision and everything, but
yeah, maybe
with needing to move the tank to get the vision, probably not. Yeah, the anti-air and the copter and the mech will be enough.
I mean, if
maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you're clearing that tank off.
I think it's not going to be next turn. I think it's going to be the turn after.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Red's not going to put a Neo tank on the HQ.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to have problems. I think Red's going to be like, ooh, wait, what?
There's
no way we get the clear here, right? Like,
math ain't mathin'.
What is it? No! What are you doing? No!
Oh. Oh, okay.
This might be the worst victory march I've ever seen. One flip? Okay. Call 1.5 flips. 2.5. Three and a half. 4. Mega tank. Mega tank? Okay, I might switch back to 800 now. Yeah.
The quality reveals itself after a while.
Capture limit is 37, I believe, Azrael.
Yeah, it is. It is 37. Do you guys see that on the stream? I tried to make a little note on the side of it.
That's where I got it from, was looking at the stream, so yes. Okay, there's surely no way Sammy can sack enough for another super this turn.
Yeah, not this turn, certainly. Although,
I mean, what do you think that Mega Tank's for?
You can't sack a Mega Tank.
You can try. I'll tell you what, it'll definitely open that pipe seam.
It will do
That's
that.
true.
And it's been weakened by that copter already.
Yep.
And
Medic next turn can go for the one that was weakened by the mech. And Sammy is up a lot of income. That is true.
It didn't even move the full distance. Oh, is that a forest there? Oh,
yeah, I think it's 4 movement, but there's a forest right here. Yeah, it has to go through a forest.
No.
Bomber, okay. And you do have a lot of income.
Yeah, not wrong there. Okay. I guess that 1 HP
he's once again on the HQ.
is worth, I suppose. Well, you can't capture an HQ with Neotanks.
Don't worry, I'm talking to Steeler. We're going to figure that out. We will be able to capture an HQ with Neotanks.
This is some new tech.
Yeah, who do you think is driving the Neotank? And infantry.
Okay, we're just going to hug the Neotank with infantry.
I kind of wish they didn't wall for the artillery, because Blue had no vision of the artillery going in there.
They moved the anti-air before seeing the copter with the infantry. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, that is true.
It is suboptimal.
I think Red has enough stuff unless somehow Blue can sack this turn. I don't see how they do.
I mean, I think Sammy's going to end up winning this game because Adder is flipping the properties back too slowly. And they've got no infantry. Like, all of Adder's infantry are dead. And
yeah,
Adder's sending everything just to prevent the HQ cap. But at this point, when you're up 10k, I mean, sure you do have to defend the HQ. I'm glad we cleaned up that pipe seam. That was going to bug me the rest of the game. if
I just couldn't stand staring at that thing any longer.
Infantry.
Yeah.
Why are we sacking our infantry to Sammy? And why did the mech just leave the woods? Hey, medium tank spot
right here. They're taking a page out of Rip's book. They're making more transports as Sammy. That's very important.
As long as you end with like 3 by the end of the game, right?
In a tournament game, I agree.
3 to get the job done. 4 to just flex on your opponent.
I don't know why we needed the super though. Did we need that for the full copter movement?
Unlikely. But super does gives you more damage as Adder, right?
I kind of wish super did give.
I think it's still
just
the base 10-10.
It is the same 10-10.
Yes.
Okay, and again we have the.
I mean, with double time, you can hit one of those tanks.
I mean, Adder's hanging in there in terms of the unit count, but this
counterattack's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Though Adder's bomber is uncontested. Sammy has no anti-air. That Mega Tank. Mega Tank is gonna get sacked to the bomber.
What is
Sasquatch was right. Roll points out the foresight of Sammy to hit the pipe seam with the mech, because Sammy Bomber does not one-shot the pipe seam.
Okay, good. We got that medium tank hitting the pipe seam as well, so that's we're now closer to our victory condition here.
Yeah, Sammy just needs 6 cities to win.
That's true. This could be a cap limit win. That is a way to win the game.
Okay. Victory March ready.
Weak side has been entirely cleaned out.
We have that secret agent Sammy infantry hiding in the forest there. That they saw walk in there.
I want that infantry to capture a base or like the airport or something.
That would be ridiculous.
That would be pretty incredible.
That would just multiply their elo by 10 if they did that.
I mean, Rip is saying that the Sammy player is 8,000, and
Yeah.
who am I to argue with Rip?
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Well, I said Rip was like 1,400 elo or something like that. I was like, this guy's probably only 1,400. So
Rip is just so good, you can't understand.
Wait, why did we
his
take
elo.
the? I guess you scout, but we take the 10-10. Okay, the mech's just gonna fight that entire army by itself. So, what is this?
Well,
victory
good
march
thing he
about?
captured the lab. That was important.
Okay,
Does
we're
that count
going to
as
get a
all
few
four?
captures here. It is not.
Okay. He needs 2 cities. If he gets 2 more cities, it's just GG.
He doesn't have
I
enough
think Red's
infantry.
getting a couple back soon.
I mean, a lot of these infantry on the strong side for Red are pretty wounded. It's going to take forever. I think that Adder is kind of cooked eventually. Like I just don't think it's possible for Adder to ever come back. Not that that's a vote in confidence in the Sammy player, but as
Wait, you saw it capture your city last turn. You know it's there.
I suppose it doesn't really matter because you need to get vision first, which they could have done with the recon beforehand.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
Yeah. Red is really good on unit count. Okay, so 5 more cities. That is the only anti-air.
You got another mega tank.
Yeah, because the first one's to get is just for wait. Why did we hit with the bomber before the medium tank?
You can't see it, but I'm like stroking my forehead, watching what is happening here.
Wait, why are we not using artillery here? Are we just planning to move them, or?
Oh, we have to save for the infantry, man.
Okay. Yeah, for the infantry. That's really scary, yeah.
Sammy infantry are scary.
Yeah, they're scarier than vehicles, yeah.
Oh, brother.
Hey, the artillery's covering the capture now. We're gonna see that Neo tank fling itself to the infantry, aren't we?
And it's gonna bonk too.
He has visions. I don't think he can bonk it unless he tries to send it through the woods for no reason.
I've been surprised already in this game a couple of times. Okay.
I don't think Red's seen these mega tanks yet. Yep, here we go.
All right. At least, all right, Adder's using the correct power this time, so that's good.
Surprised it didn't die.
Wow. All right, the Recon finishes off the Neotank. That is,
Yep.
you don't see that every day. So Adder is going to finish off these infantry that are low HP, right?
They're not in range of the HQ yet.
Yeah. He's got that tank.
Yeah. The 3 HP is way more scary than that 6 HP medium. Okay, you want to make sure there was nothing in that forest, but you had nothing left to do if there was.
Well, it is looking like Sammy has found a way to throw this game.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Well,
I really
was
don't know
that
what
not
to say.
such an enjoyable game?
I mean, it's a fun one. That is a fun game.
All right,
I think ELAGATUA is going to need like a Tylenol or something for that headache. That migraine that's just going on.
All right, where would I put my guess?
Okay.
Guess 2.
Yeah, that's not working. Just blurt it out.
I'm going to be optimistic here. I'm going to say 950.
So you're guessing for the winning player. I mean, you could also... I do happen to know the Sammy player off the top of my head, so you can guess both if you'd like.
I'm going to guess 950. This is their Global League Fog ELO, right?
Yes, just Fog, not overall
Okay.
ELO.
For context, I am about 1200 Global League Fog. I think this is... I'm going to guess 950.
950, all right. What about you, ELAGATUA?
I was going 900. I think I'm just going to keep guessing 900 until they actually get there. If this is over 1,000, I'm going to cry.
All right,
I said that last time too. Yeah.
878.
Okay.
That's a pretty good guess for me then.
Rip's guess in the chat was probably the closest thing I've heard. Because this guy is about 870, and the Sammy player was just shy of 800.
That checks out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad to be over this time rather than being negative.
So we're going to get to watch me do this again. In fact, I'm going to...
If Sammy built one fighter, I think it would have been a lot easier for them. Anti-air just as well. I think those mega tanks accomplished literally nothing.
I think there were some things that Sammy could have done better this game.
Maybe a few.
But at least they did get the pipe seam.
So this time I'm just going to show the whole thing. And it's going to be perfectly fine. I'll move you guys there. Yeah, there we go. That kind of works out.
All right, now we need to guess the player, right? Or are they...
So because it was such a low level, this is the only one where I don't have you guessing the player, because as you can imagine, there's not a lot of well-known, like, 700 players.
I'm going to guess number 1 ELAGATUA fan. Lock it in, done.
I've already gone that route. Didn't work out well for me.
Also, they need to change their name because I beat them, so they need to be number 1 Bogeus fan. So I don't know. Have you faced them?
I have not actually. And
there you go. You need to face them.
Wait, haven't you faced them in wait, you haven't faced them in a serious context, right? But you've played a practice game against them?
No, I don't. I do not believe I played them at all.
I played them on Global League.
It was probably like someone who has an alternate name, ELAGATUA or something. I don't know. I saw something weird. All right, so Sunset over the Himalaya. I think I played this map once long ago. I can tell you that this current game was post Drake's nerf.
And post Kindle boot?
Yes, but because it's Fog, Kindle's still in the same.
Oh, yeah.
I will
Okay,
go
so
as far to say is I'm not super confident about Drake anymore, just because, well, maybe on this map, because there's 2 comm towers, but I'm anxious because of the thresholds to get kills with a Drake copter. I don't know.
you don't use Drake copters to get kills. I love playing Drake. You use Drake copters because they win trades against tanks still, and they're blockers if they don't have anti-air.
Yeah, they push your unit count. Drake is quite good with 2 towers because oftentimes if you're picking Drake, Kindle's banned. May not be the case in this situation, but especially if you're playing against somebody like Andy, having the 2 towers
Boy, I can fix this.
allows the superpower to go off, bring everything down to 8, and then with two towers, you still hit a lot of 1-hit KO thresholds. With 1 tower, you wouldn't quite be able to do that, and you want to maximize the number of units you're hitting during the superpower turn. And if you're one shot and stuff, then it makes it a lot easier to do that. So, Drake mirrors are pretty toxic, though. I think I've played 1 Drake mirror that I can remember. It's possible I played more that I don't remember, but I think that was the last Global League game that I lost was against Tordred.
Do you
And
prefer Andy mirrors?
Yeah, I would prefer Andy mirrors to Drake. I just don't. Global damage mirrors are not very fun.
Really? I feel like Andy mirrors are more like nothing happens because like kind of the first person to blink loses.
Maybe. I mean, to be fair, I don't play a lot of Andy mirrors either. Because if I get Kindle in tier 3, I'm almost always going to be picking her.
Right. There's no reason not to really.
Kindle's just more fun than anything else. In addition to being good now, but also fun.
I'm that guy who's always picking global damage. So
I was
I
that
make sure
guy
no one else
until
is
the
fun.
nerf, and then I'm like,
I'm still that guy. I'm even more that guy now.
Sometimes I play, the lightning bird, and that's fun. Although I run the risk of just sucking.
I always run that risk no matter who I pick.
I just pick Kindle. Why don't we get this one going?
All right. I can promise you one of these players is above 700.
Okay.
Do we have the info for this game? I think like cab limit and stuff.
I got where
I will say this is a solid start for both players so far.
Neutral base captured first, yeah.
Yeah.
there we go.
I have not seen any
Equal
mistakes
income
yet.
is 21, capture limit 27, income per base is 7, and no day limit.
Okay, so that's global league.
For what it's worth, I have not played this map before, so
Really?
yeah, I've never played this map.
Oh, I think I played it in live. That's probably why.
I played it once. I can't even remember what CO I chose.
I think I played
Might have been
Olaf
tier
versus
2.
Max on this map. And the airport, I feel like it's kind of weak on this map because it's pretty far back. It's not bad.
But keep in mind that, let's say this is like this base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's an entire turn behind. Where at least with the airport you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get
right.
out
I mean
into
that's
the
that's
action
basically
fast.
to your weak side.
I mean, yeah.
Though of course you need to defend it 'cause your HQ is right there. But
I mean, if you really wanted to, because it's so close, you could capture it, make a T-copter, and just kind of use one of these as a half base.
yeah.
It's an idea.
Oh, we pick Sammy in tier 3, right? She's tier 2 in standard, so still really
He's
good, right?
tier 4, I think, in this map.
Yeah, she's tier 4 in Fog almost always. But I think it's a common trap people have, and when they play Fog, they're like, "Oh wait, Sammy's tier 2 in standard. Like, wow, I should pick Sammy here."
I'm that guy. I'm the guy who falls for that.
So this is
I
already
think
a
I had
pretty.
really good. Oh, go ahead.
This is a pretty good start so far because both players had the opportunity to choose between a city and a comm tower for the capture, and they both went for the city. I'm feeling like this is a reasonably high ELO game, just off of the capture phase already.
Okay. Keep in mind, though, the only reason my capture phases are good are because I steal them from other players. So maybe they're just stealing it from another player. I think the real hallmark is what happens when they start to interact with each other, like when the first unit sees another unit.
Fair. I'm just
No
we're
recons
on day 6. We're on day 6. I haven't found anything to complain about yet, which is more than I could say for any of the games so far.
Yeah,
Interesting.
no recons yet.
Drake Copter as a second vehicle. Interesting.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Lack of recons. Concerning.
I think the copter is actually probably going to work out because nobody expects a Drake copter. So while it doesn't do much, it does beat the tanks.
Unless they're on cities.
I think it's still a winning trade. Cost effective. They don't hurt it that bad, but like
sure, yeah.
Just if you need to like clear tiles, it's not that great.
No, you're not clearing with them. Like that's not their point. They got a lot of infantry.
Purple had the opportunity to yeet into that infantry on the silo there and didn't take it. Also, the sign of I'm very confident that that these players are above 1200. I'll say that much.
1200, okay.
Yeah, this.
So you're pretty confident they're better than me.
Oh, brother.
You want to take that one back now, or?
Not necessarily. That's kind of a low risk play.
Very interesting infantry positioning there. Like, why is it on the shoals rather than one more to the right? I mean, you're not getting that city regardless, but I'm not sure what that shoals positioning is. I guess it's for those 2 other cities in the top left.
The lack of recons concerns me a lot.
This feels like a single recon from anyone.
So maybe it's just me, but when I've seen other like high level plays on this map, I see a lot of recons, especially like recon openers on this map.
There's no mountains where you're fighting.
Is this like, the Ghost of Law? Is the Ghost of Law playing red? That's what it feels like. We cleared the infantry off without capturing the comm tower. Oh no. Okay. It's all gone wrong now.
We still forgotten the comm. Oh my god.
And so that would have been guaranteed with the comm tower. All right, it's all falling apart now. I don't know. That's a oops. That's an oops.
Pretty big overextension by red there.
And also not capturing the comm tower. What is happening? What is in the water in this game? Okay, literally the exact same mistake by both players. It's just...
probably what happened was Purple typed and said, "Hey man, I forgot to capture my comm tower until the end of the turn. Can you do me a solid and do the same thing?"
Okay, what did it...
That you don't like the overextension here?
No. I mean, it was looking good for a while. This is getting...
Yeah, so like I said, this is a huge overextension by red on that side.
And so this, I'm just going to point out particularly, this is one I hate. Because essentially, what you said is, I'm going to hit this guy, these 2 are going to clear this city, and then just leave it blank. These 2 should have tried to clear the city and then hit the tank.
You couldn't get the tank on the tile because the infantry was blocking it.
Oh, you got a point there.
But the infantry should have gone on the mountain first before you did all that.
Yeah, get vision.
Anti-air decides
really pondering that copter attack. I think I would just go for it. Because even if it gets cleared, I basically was cost effective with the copter anyway. And I get charged. Move? And he would have needed to have the anti-air built before you revealed it. What's split income? 21K?
Yeah. 21K, yeah.
This is just a funny game to watch for me because I can clearly see that these players are experienced, and yet I see so many mistakes, and I don't know what to make about it.
I think they're probably about 1,100.
Oh, I think they're higher than that. Well, we'll see.
I want to say I think I play better than these guys. I'm 1,200, but maybe if you look at my games, same thing would be happening. I'm just not seeing it.
I mean, I've seen retreats happen in this game. Usually retreats don't happen to the 1,300 level.
I see a lot of retreating. And even just like if I bluff something, oftentimes they will retreat. So I don't know. I think actually I see maybe a bit of overcautiousness at my level rather than like over aggro. Although I'm over aggro. That's for sure.
I'm either overcautious or over aggro. There's no in between.
You're only overcautious or over aggro depending on what they actually have. Do the same thing and eventually it's right.
See, but then you lie to yourself and say, yeah, I knew they had that all the time.
Exactly.
Really, I'm just guessing.
You gotta cope. That's a pretty far forward tank. I don't know why we're not repairing that.
So how do you guys feel about the copter going all the way to the strong side? I feel like that's a huge time sink just getting it over there.
I don't think it's bad necessarily, because it's unexpected as well. Like it's unlikely they'll have anti-air there, so I don't think it's necessarily a problem. I wouldn't have gone for it as Drake, but I think
that's the only thing that like the hang up I have about it in particular.
Was that tank? Did that tank go in the Forest and Vision? I don't know if the Recon saw it going.
No, I don't think it did. But well, no, it had to have.
No, it definitely saw it, right?
Like, yeah,
it saw it go in. So these players don't seem to be using the replay viewer or the
Tordred game
planner. See, like right there.
Tordred game. Yeah.
I mean, I
guess like you need to put something by it to hit it anyway. So it might have been deliberate, actually. It's not unthinkable that it was deliberate.
Perhaps, yeah. Okay, I like Red's positioning now.
I mean, despite some of the silly things that have happened in this game, I am absolutely confident this is the highest level ELO game we've seen so far today.
Even higher than Izanagi? Okay, so here's a question over here. Never mind.
I think you're going to be shocked at what my ELO guess is for this game. Looking all right for purple. Double copters to the weak side there. Definitely.
It's trapping the tank again. Okay, double anti-air.
Yeah.
What's
Overdue.
it's a huge overreaction. Like they have 3 tanks there. They're sending another tank over there. You know that purple only has 2 copters and like 2 tanks there. I
Is
don't
that a
even.
base skip?
That is a base skip.
It is.
Yeah, I think you you don't want a base skip for the second anti-air. That is an
I think,
overreaction.
Wait, if I'm not
especially because it's
mistaken
Drake.
with him, I think it was a he healed up and he didn't account for it.
Yeah, but you can still just
Yeah.
not buy 2 anti-air.
Like right here, I think this is an overextension because
It is.
you can see he has 2 tanks versus 3 tanks. He knows there's an anti-air somewhere here. I don't think it's worth pushing in way over here. That's just my thought.
I agree. I guess if it truly was just 2 tanks or 3 tanks, this attack would be like evenish.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I actually don't think it's as bad as you think it is.
Oh.
And the reason is because this is a Drake mirror, and so if you bring 2 tanks down to 4, that's basically as good as bringing them down to 2 in another turn, because the superpowers can come online very soon, and they're going to get traded out here. So it's not like optimal, but it feels worse than it actually is. Now, the infantry are going to start to get cleaned up, which is not ideal. But there's not a lot of infantry on this side for red, so there's not
yeah. I
really
wish
a
Red
lot of
joined
pushing
the.
power.
I wish Red joined the 4 HP tank with either the any of their damage tanks, because Purple's definitely gonna super next turn.
Yeah, it's a little tricky though. Purple's got to find a way to get some charge. I mean, it's going to be possible. I almost feel like that was a deliberate sack to try and get up to charge. To like basically you're letting tanks die, but you're getting a decent trade because you know you're going to get a lot of damage from the super, and so you're like deliberately giving yourself a charge close enough to reach the super
Yeah.
first, and that's really important in a Drake
Mhm.
mirror.
And Purple starts with basically
At the-
even unit value.
at the
which
same
is
time,
not a
though,
good sign for Red.
Even if he sacks for, let's say, charge, he's idealistically part of the best part of the power is that because you have less HP, your defense is less, and you're more likely to clear units. But if he moves all his units first, then pops the power, he doesn't get that clearing potential.
I'll be interested to see if Purple commits to go for the superpower this turn.
I don't know if you need to look for clears that much here, because it's not like you're against Andy or something. It's okay to leave a bunch of junk, because then maybe your opponent repairs it or something, and then you can damage it again with your next super. Not going for it though. Just really patient play here. Do you think it was wrong for Purple to not go for it here? I feel like it's kind of wrong.
Oh, I think what Purple did is completely fine.
Okay. Would you have gone for it, or would you have gone for a similar move?
I like what Purple did. It's kind of hard to say because there's like a lot of details involved, and it's like one of those you kind of gotta do some math. Math matters a lot, but I think Red wanted Purple to go for it.
Okay. I think if I was Purple, I would have gone in on the bottom and hit the tanks with my copters, because I would have guessed only 1 anti-air there. We love our monks.
That's a brilliant place for a recon. Okay, are we going in now? This looks like we're going in. Yeah, we're going in. Okay.
Not quite there yet. Need a little bit of charge somewhere.
You can always sack the recon if you absolutely have to.
I hate that. I know you're just bringing it back to heal it, but like.
Okay.
We don't need to be healing our copter. We're Drake. It's not hurting anyway. I thought there was one tank on the right side, Azrael. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought there was one. Yeah, Red's unit value is just looking rough, to be honest. They just must have taken some worse trades.
Well, there's an income discrepancy now, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. I think purple was always ahead on income, yeah.
And red's gonna get their unit buy, so it's gonna, yeah, it's not looking too bad.
Yeah, not awful. We have both players built a medium tank. Which I feel like it's kind of hard to squeeze for a Neo tank on this map. Even at 21k income. Especially with global damage coming in.
Oh, the 1 HP rolls. If that was me, my my tank would have died. I just know it. I always lose those coin flips. Drives me crazy.
Oh. Was the desk slam a response to the infantry not dying, or just happened?
Oh no, that wasn't actually a desk slam. My phone is actually on the table right next to my microphone. I gotta.
Because I've watched too many ELAGATUA videos and just, you know.
Just brace yourself for an upcoming video. There's going to be some desk slamming happening. I'm excited for the games that are coming up. I've got like 3 tournament games going on and concurrently, and they're all, well, one of them's just getting started, but they're all really, really good. And I feel like I haven't had any like really, good content games in a while, but they're coming. They're coming soon.
Good. I'm stuck in this high funds Eagle versus Olaf game, and it's just awful because the Eagle's just holding their super, and it's like every turn I've just been forever like making sure I don't get lightning strikes to death. And
playing against Eagle is incredibly stressful. I still remember that game I played
every
against.
Turn.
Yeah. Well, that's a different level of stress.
Yeah, we have like 54k income, so like it's just like every turn.
So what do you guys think about this move? Because
I'm
they
very
joined
confused
2
by it.
8s, and then
I'm reserving judgment.
And then they built 3 tanks. And my thought process is that did they just join 2 8 tanks to build an additional tank? Does that feel like it works?
My guess is they legitimately did not have a plan. They were just like, yeah, I'll join these together. They're kind of useless.
No, I don't feel that way. It makes sense. It's a little bit early, in my opinion. I think this is the wrong turn to do it. I think you want to do that like the turn before superpower comes out from your opponent. But obviously purple got the first superpower, and by rule of global damage mirrors, purple is going to get the second superpower, the first one of the second batch. But the reason you do that is because the more vehicles you have out on the board, actually, you're kind of multiplying, or you're increasing the value of the global damage, and so you join them rather than repairing them. Now, 8 HP is a little bit high to join, I think. So it's like a little questionable, but the concept is sound.
No, I wouldn't have minded if purple was probably going to use it next turn.
Yeah.
I think Azrael made a good point. It's like maybe if they're planning to basically send the tanks they built this turn to the left, it's faster than front shifting the tanks they want to heal up.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if they do that, I could understand it. I think
that's a little big brain even for me.
That play, and you asked me why I did it, I would tell you I had no plan, and I just wanted my tanks to be at full.
Fair. All right, let's keep this one going. This one's, I mean, Drake mirrors are just soggy by definition, and this is a very soggy game. This is the exact kind of game that I avoid picking Drake for, to avoid games like this.
I always prefer just to not be mirror in general.
Yes, I'm with you there for sure.
I typically will pick bad COs to avoid mirrors if I think there's only one viable CO. Okay, that artillery's going to get some good value. No, okay. So we get the CO power.
This is a desperation COP. This is a I'm about to resign COP.
Yeah. Purple is still down 20k before attacking.
Yeah. This is about to end, I think.
Yeah. And they're not going to attack on the right side, I don't think.
No, it's a full yeet. You send everything in. You can't COP and then hold anything back, because this is like if you don't win off the back of this, then you get superpowered and then the game ends. Which I
think it's
by the way I think that's exactly what's about to happen right now.
If you didn't fight on the right side, they wouldn't get superpower though. At least this turn.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you need to use this momentum to basically close out the game. And so if the game doesn't immediately end in your favor, or this is now it's going to get bloody.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter. Like you've no real attacks left anyway.
Yeah.
And we're joining in front of the medium tank.
Okay. Oh, but red hasn't bought yet. Let's see what happens. I still think that red's in a pretty solid situation here.
I just don't see that red's going to get any captures.
Well, the captures don't matter so much. Eventually, the unit count is going to start speaking for itself.
Yeah, they are up a fair number of units. That's true. I'm used to live games. I'm like, oh, it's almost day 30, so gotta get those captures in.
I just think purple's about to get totally run over on this.
The right side is about to die.
Yeah, it's about to all die. And there's no infantry on the other side for purple at all. Ooh, that's
yeah.
Yeah, and that's mid-turn.
Yeah, I mean it's a little early, but it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
They don't really have they're not winning hard enough on their, and they won pretty hard on their strong side on the left side, but they just don't have infantry as you noted.
All right. Well, I got a bunch of spicy takes on this match, which means I'm going to let you give your opinions first so that I can give the spicy take second.
Okay. My guess is 1100. I think it's 1100 Fog Global League Elo.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right.
I think this is 1500. I would be shocked if I didn't know both of these players. I think it could even be above 1500.
I guarantee you know at least
I would be
one of
shocked
them.
if it was below 1400. Or like I'm really confident it's in the 1400 to 1500 range. Really, really confident. This was a really well played game, other than some of the silliness early on with some like careless play. Very sound by both players overall. Whenever I watch a replay, I always have like some quibbles about like things here and there, but both of these players knew what they were doing for sure. Yeah, this was a good. Both of these players are good players.
Did you like the copter opening from Purple?
It was novel. I don't remember exactly how it played out, but I don't automatically hate it because it's so unexpected that it kind of makes sense because it's so unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, I think it hit one tank, and then it could have hit another tank if you greeted, but they chose not to.
Sometimes you can't judge openers by how well they work out. You have to judge it by like, is there some sort of concept here?
Yeah.
And to me, the concept, like, it's like, this is so crazy that nobody will expect it, and you're expecting Drake mirrors to turn into like tank spam matches. So early copter is kind of like a way to get some early leverage on the map, and I don't remember if it actually worked out that way, but like the thinking makes sense. And if there's thinking, usually you're pretty close to the top 10 in Fog.
Okay. I felt the moves just seemed a little random to me, but maybe it's the moves were more intelligent than I can understand. So it's like it looks like gibberish to me, but they're speaking the language of the gods. I don't know.
I mean, maybe I'm just like that first game just like tilted me really hard, but I feel like this was a pretty high level game. I don't know.
So the P-Dog, the rating is, I believe, the rating they had after this game ended.
Yes. I think this one was within 2 months.
Yeah.
What was your?
I'm gonna stick with my 1100. If I'm wrong,
1100.
and
ELAGATUA was
then it's
1500.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm a little nervous about this because I know what it is. The winning player is 950.
Really?
Let's go.
And the thing that really like makes me just kind of, my gut sink is that they're consistently hovering around this level.
This is the best played 950 game I've ever seen.
I could tell you at the very least this person is kind of mentored by another high level player. I could tell you that much.
I think it's crazy that both players are 950.
The other player is probably like 930.
Wow.
So purple's like 930, red is like 950.
Because I felt like both players played worse than I typically play, but like not much worse. Like I think it'd be a hard match for me. So I'm surprised they're 950.
Yeah, I'm completely blown out of the water by these guys. And even on the on the live chat, it's like 1200 and something. It is like I'm super confused. But this is a notable game. So, who is the winning player? Is it Mangs, Pertinus Engineer, Sniper Pal, or Sapphire Commander?
I don't think it's Mangs, but I think it's going to be Mangs. But I'm going to say Sapphire Commander.
Yeah, I was going to go Sapphire Commander as well. Yeah, good.
Go ahead, please.
I mean, I'm just surprised at the level of patience that went into this game. Like, you saw the players making sensible choices when like the superpower timings came up, and they actually like compared to the first game where I mean, just hurt my brain a little bit with how that one played out. Like the amount of discipline that was shown in this game compared to that is maybe it was like so much discipline because they just didn't know what to do, and so there wasn't like a lot of aggressive play. But it's a very tank spammy matchup because as Drake, like you pretty much are just spamming tanks, so there's not a whole lot of variety. When you're looking at like optimal comps and stuff, so you can kind of disguise it. But I mean, I'm not watching super closely to see like a lot of the tactics and the fights and stuff, but like strategically, like everything seemed on point. Like I don't, even if knowing the ELO, like I don't really take back anything that I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say like, I think my meta answer is based on everything I heard. It's Mangs, but I've never seen Mangs play like this. Like I've always seen him play, not to be toxic, but a lot worse than this. So I think I'm gonna say a Sapphire Commander.
Well, I'm definitely grateful for those in chat who are saying it's me. However, Mangs, baby.
Yeah,
This is
So-
probably the best match I've seen of his. And
for sure.
to be honest, I was surprised when ELAGATUA said like 1,500. I'm like, oh, damn.
I mean, this is sometimes Drake mirrors like it's strategically kind of a simple matchup. You make tanks, you manage charge, but yeah, I mean, well played. That's all I got.
All right. So I'm going to take like a 2-3 minute break, just go to the bathroom. If you guys want to go to the bathroom,
All right.
great. And then we'll take up round 4 and 5. I'm a little bit nervous after this round. What it's gonna be.
I mean,
Well,
there's
we're
no way
gonna
I could
see.
be wrong more than I have been so far. So.
Mangs, if you're watching this, watch the replay before you make your moves. Okay.
Yes,
can-
because there's moments where
You
it's
can
like,
learn where units are from the replay.
get the tower. Get that second
Also
tower.
capture the comm tower, but it's Giga Chad to actually not capture comm tower first to just flex. Also, Bogeus, if you're watching this, if you get shot by an artillery, you know there's an artillery there and it didn't move. So don't go to the same place where you just got shot. I always make that mistake in Fog.
All right, and we'll take back up in like 2-3 minutes.
Yep.
Are they gone? Is it just you and me, chat? Excellent. So, Mangs is going to send me a check for that, right? I've been on the tape the whole time. I'm going undercover. So while they're gone, about 2 weeks ago, it was my son's 3rd birthday. So I want everybody in the chat to say, happy birthday, Isaac, for me, all right? Please spam the chat for my son. You're obligated to. Yeah, thank you. My people. Yeah. Actually, I started my channel like a couple of months after my son was born. Well, when I say started my channel, it's like I started doing Advanced Wars stuff on my channel because I was like up at doing the night shift when he was an infant, and it's funny actually. I feel like I had more time to game when he was really young. And now he's a little bit older, and it's a lot harder. The first year is like, it's not that bad. People say it's bad. It's not that bad.
Don't mind me.
Y'all having a good night?
Editing.
Oh no, I've been getting some water. Don't worry about me.
For those of you just joining us, I made a boo-boo, and now I have to edit everything as we see it. Because you guys chose to tune in to a professional here. A professional idiot.
What was the boo-boo, the map name?
No, so basically, for whatever reason, the replay viewer having multiple instances does not like to play well with OBS. OBS thinks that the first instance of the replay viewer is the only thing that exists. So if I was smart and thought this through, I would have just had it switch to like, just open this up and switch to every single replay file. But I was an idiot. But don't worry, that is very indicative of my own gameplay.
All right, Doggy Dog is already locked in. This is Rice Muncher. So.
All right. You guys ready for some more fun?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is number 4. And
go.
I'm not going to tell you the hook until after the match.
All right. You'll have to change the stream in Discord.
Yeah, the Discord is not up to date.
Have you guys... Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I'm an idiot. All right, now
yes,
see it, right?
this map.
So this is
I remember this map.
Second step into fog. Do you want to explain any key concepts you may want to know going into this map?
I think ELAGATUA has a couple of short videos on this map.
Just one.
Only 2 hours long or whatever.
Did I miss that video? I'm so upset at myself.
This was kind of an infamous game that I played, and I believe the video was called "It's So Over, I'm So Back."
Yeah.
So you can you can look that one up if you want. But basically, you've got a center area that has a lot of defensive terrain, and if you kind of are able to control the center, you can actually get vision of the neutral base in the center of your opponent, especially if you can control that mountain on the opposite side. So and the mountains in the center are actually very important because they're linked to each other, and so it's kind of like an infestation. You get a bunch of infantry in there, and it takes a lot of unit count to go around and clear everything out, because you got to be like in the forest, and then you got to have some other unit somewhere else to kind of clear stuff out. And if you have both of the forests next to each other, then it's like it takes forever. So that's kind of what's going on in the middle. But then on your sides, you've got a lot of very fast moving terrain with like the roads that are connecting everything. Mm-hmm. And so you kind of have the 3 theaters of battle, so to speak, where you're fighting over the center, you're fighting over the left side, and you're fighting over the right side, but you don't really have enough income to allocate to either side. And you've also got those airports on both sides as well. So a lot of the game revolves around managing your deploys well, and being like, okay, I want to fight on the left side in 2 turns. So I'm going to start switching all my income to produce from that airport, to produce from the factory over there, and then I'll be ready to do my attack. And then I'm going to play more defensively everywhere else. And it's a little bit tricky to actually front shift because of everything kind of having to funnel through the center. And if you control the center, then your opponent can't really front shift. So that's the core of it. It's often a very brawly map, and not really one of my favorites, but definitely one of the ones I remember.
Would you agree with the CO choice on this map?
I'm never gonna disagree with Kindle.
Yeah, I don't think Kindle's ever wrong in tier 3.
So at least my
sure
thought was that Kindle is ideal for, I guess, like these cities and these cities. Although arguably Lash has some use case in the center, but I don't think she has as good of positioning on the sides.
Equal income's 22k, so Lash is not good.
Is there a hard and fast rule about Lash I don't know?
Well, the thing is in the tournament round that used this, Kindle was banned.
Yes, that is true.
So Kindle was not an option. And actually in that match I did pick Lash.
Okay.
But I was picking Lash into either Andy or Drake, and I was kind of taking a risk.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if you have that high level view of this map and understanding of, like you said, the forest in that center area, which definitely would not occur to me looking at this map, I would not see the point of Lash. I would be like I would pick Lash to be like a fake Kindle and just like be able to, capture properties a bit better. But I would probably just go Drake because 22k split income. Why not? But yeah, I think I would get slapped by Lash that then controls that center, because then I would not only lose out on income, I would then not be able to front shift and then be able to get crushed whichever way my opponent pivots.
I do think there's certainly a triangle. I think Andy's quite good against Drake on this map because you get the 2 airports, and the airports are very, very relevant.
For sure.
So that's going to be more challenging for Drake, but Drake wrecks Lash pretty hard. If the game gets late at all, Drake is just going to grind Lash down. The power disparity is just so dramatic. But Lash is good against Andy too, so there's a little bit of a triangle, and none of that matters because Kindle is not banned, and so we're going to get a Kindle game.
No.
Yeah, I think Kindle will destroy all 3 of those, though.
So, from what I understand, this is a practice match right before Kindle was banned for that map.
Checks out.
Yeah. So, let's feel free to tear this one apart, guys.
All right. Don't bait me anymore. I've already I don't know. I don't feel like I've necessarily embarrassed myself, but I have not been accurate, that's for sure.
I definitely learned that it's really hard to guess the elo.
Yeah.
But I think it's also just, in a positive sense, your level of play is not static. Like it's not you have some fixed number and you play that well all the time. I think you can play above and below your elo.
Played below my elo sometimes. That is for sure.
I think for me personally, it's a huge amount of if I understand the map well enough.
Unnecessary boosty, but I guess they get you vision, but I don't think there would ever be anything in vision there at this point, so...
I mean,
are you
going to say no to boosties ever?
Oh, is it going to go for the... Oh, I see,
center.
okay.
Yes. And actually, I believe this is the build that I went for in my tournament game. I don't know if it was exactly this, but it was definitely T-Copter, and I ran into like the craziest D3 recon opener that just shut me down really, really hard.
So he's not doing any of that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, I think this is a bit safer of an opener.
It is. I low-key feel like I might remember this game. Because I feel like I I may have watched this game in my prep for.
Like when I sent it to you?
No. I so I did not watch any of the replays that you sent. I could be wrong. I watched when I did prep for this round of the tournament. I watched a bunch of old matches.
Red is really skipping that airport in the top left.
Yeah, that is a little weird. Maybe I take it back. Maybe the T-copter thing threw me. I feel like I saw a T-copter opener in a practice game somewhere, and I decided that it was a good plan, and that's why I went for it. But it might not.
I can tell you that I tried really hard to make sure the last two replays that we're gonna watch, you did not see.
Okay,
so
it's very likely that I didn't see
like
this.
Because I'll be honest, this is right around the same time that this was in competition. So
take a look at what Green just built in the bottom left last turn.
Yeah, it's T-copter and mech.
Why did we not just build? I think the mech this turn makes no sense. I mean, I guess you can make the T-copter go up a bit and pick it up a bit farther, but
yeah, I personally prefer what Red did was infantry, boosty, and then move the copter for the mech the next turn, and then you can get it straight into the into like a forest or something.
Yeah, or even you could have gone recon last turn and then move the copter and then the mech, because you're not going to have vision for your mech. I guess you have mountains. Red is rushing that center area though, so this probably happened before ELAGATUA's video was out though. So I think they didn't learn that from you at least.
Wait, did ELAGATUA rush the center?
And I rushed the sides with the T-copter, and I got my.
Were you player 1 or player 2?
I don't remember. I think I was the top player actually.
I guess I don't remember what happened, but I thought I remembered you like really prioritizing getting that center control.
I got it eventually, but I think my initial concept was to go T-copter to the right side.
Yes, I do remember that in the recon just smacked you like immediately, and you were like,
yeah, it went.
Really so just getting your thoughts on this, what do you think about making this particular base a half base?
I kind of like it, honestly.
What do you mean a half base? Am I crazy?
Infantry only.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I'm just gonna explain it for you in the chat who aren't attuned to half bases. So the concept is that you take a base that's kind of vehicle locked in some sense. So like a tank would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can only get way over here in one turn. It would take 2 turns to get to the center. But if you invest in something like a T-copter, pop it here, mech turn 1 can now go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can get to the front in 1 turn. Not only is it cheaper than a tank, it's faster than a tank now because you invest in that T-copter. So I think it's a good map for that, especially with these forests. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I mean that base can get to the left side pretty quickly, but to the right side obviously really slow. Mm-hmm. So making it into half base there lets it reinforce the right side pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it simplifies the map a bit in that you can kind of just build vehicles from both of the side bases and then infantry from that center base. So anything that makes it simpler, I think, is good for me at least. That's how I tend to do well. Is I just try to make the map as simple as possible for me to play. So I do like this idea. I think it's better than using the base next to the airport as like a mech ferrying area, at least not long term.
I have no idea. I want to see more of this game though.
You enjoying this game?
I think Red didn't see that green infantry go in the forest. I think it was there before the recon got there.
Wait, was it?
Now
I gotta see.
Yeah, show me that the artillery movement.
I gotta see that green mech. Oh, sorry, the green infantry now.
Okay, no, the recon did see it going.
It saw it.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really a good way for the recon to attack it, so I don't begrudge them that, but it seems kind of like Red's not aware of it. Yeah, we'll see the artillery movement. Because I don't think it could have gotten... No, it could have gotten to where it got. Okay, good. That's interesting.
I got the artillery covering it. I don't mind. It's more of a bait. It's
Yeah.
like you're not expecting to get that cap. You're just going to counterattack whatever.
But the center is really aggro. I guess they didn't know. They didn't know Red had anything there.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, I really like that.
Did they see? Did they have vision of that artillery going into the woods there?
They did not.
Dang.
You mean the green artillery?
Yeah.
I don't think they had. Now, again, I know how this game goes. I don't think they had vision of it.
That's really impressive to clear it off with the 3 infantry rather than sending the tank in to clear it off.
Yeah, I agree. It's very like I would 100% smack the tank in there and just not think about it, and then get smacked by the artillery and be like,
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
Red
obviously
makes
don't do
mistakes too.
I'm sure Red's gonna make mistakes, but that was a good one to not make. So there's not a good way for Red to get vision of the recon. Or at least hit the recon with the tank.
This is exactly what I talked about with the infestation in the center.
So this is where I think the boo-boo is.
Big mistake there.
Yeah.
That's a bogeous move right there. 100%. I would forget the artillery shot me and just go for it. And
Yeah. It's slop for sure. I don't like that cap. I don't like that joint cap.
Is it the unit count you're not appreciative of, or is there another reason?
If infantry are so precious. If you're gonna join cap it, like you just pull the 4 HP guy off, and then move the full HP guy on there and reset the capture. You've got the artillery covering it anyway. Like the income is it's not as valuable as spiraling the unit count. And if they are going to commit again to deny your full HP infantry on the city, they are moving more units into artillery range, which means you are going to further exacerbate the unit count advantage in your favor. But by joining it, you're kind of giving your opponent a free win by you're killing one of your own infantry for income later on, maybe. Anyway, people, in my opinion, join cap way too much. Okay. Way too much.
I agree. I think it's also interesting. Like green just has way less infantry over there than they should, because like that is theoretically their stronger side, because that middle base reinforces the right side easier. So it's just a little interesting. There's just like less infantry. I think the center base has been going towards the center. So I think they just have less than they should there. So given the lack of infantry, I agree. I think if they had another infantry like right behind it, join cap was fine. Okay, this is weird from red. Like they know there's a bunch of stuff there in the center. That recon. Recon walked in the woods and then got immediately gunned down.
So when I played this map, I think I characterized this map as a best 2 out of 3 map, where you've got kind of the center, you get the left side, the right side, and your objective is to win 2 out of the 3. You can kind of see that happening right now. Red definitely winning the center. I think that's beyond dispute. Red also winning the left side. Definitely not winning the right side. So looking good for red with the 2 out of 3 so far.
Yeah, they do have a slight income deficit right now. It's not the biggest deal, but they will need to turn that around
Eventually.
Yeah.
Although a lot of times I see a lot of players, they sacrifice too much to get that income lead, and then they end up just screwing themselves over.
Yeah. Unless you're Poland, income doesn't really matter that much. Like, it's important, but it's not as important as you would think.
I remember hosting a poll on the Discord, and income was one of the number one things people valued in terms of an indicator, and I'm like, I just don't think so.
I think it is a good indicator of who's ahead. Like, if you look at games and you look at like who is the higher income, typically that player is ahead. But yeah, unit count I think is a better indication. Army value is maybe the best indication.
Okay. I guess you know
the medium tank can't reach, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know that there was a medium tank there until you saw it with the recon, though. But I guess you know you're going to clear out the rest of the vision. It's, I mean, let me put it this way. Building the medium tank there in the first place is a mistake, because that side is already lost. So now that medium tank is just a lot of dead weight in terms of income.
Yeah, it's kind of like a too little too late kind of thing.
Exactly.
In fact, like a tank copter would have probably done better.
Well, it would have at least allowed to pick off the recon. Now, it is kind of nice, though, because I guess the recon is baiting, right? Because you got the artillery, it's covering the square that would clear the recon off. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cute. I like that.
It's like Red's going to try and get Urban Blight. I mean, it's not that hard, but I think they're going to try for it to just delay the capture. Ooh, nice.
Little slop by Green there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think they saw the anti-air as well, right, with their recon?
Yeah, it's kind of an unforced error. And now they got the mountain. That's the thing. Like, you get that mountain, and then all of a sudden...
that artillery's about to get in position, too, to lock down that base.
No, they're not smart enough.
I mean, I think it's actually good to not go for that. It is a bit greedy, but okay, that's pretty clean.
There is an issue for green.
What would that be?
Well, shooting up.
Yeah. There are only 2 copters, but yeah, it's gonna take forever for anti-air to do anything. They have to leave that right side immediately.
And the problem is that the right side is the side that's supposed to be winning, but none
Yeah.
of those gains have really been consolidated because the properties haven't even flipped. So, oh,
Can't that T-copter get 3-shot by infantry and recon?
I don't know.
yeah, definitely. I was reacting to the fighter.
That is a way to shoot up. That is definitely a way to shoot up.
It's an option.
It's the oh crap option. But the problem now is that by the time the fighter gets there, like you need that fighter to basically continue pushing on that side.
I think he's thinking the copter is going to hit the capping infantry, and then the fighter can immediately punish.
Well, that might work out. We'll see. I mean, something's got to hit that capping infantry. It's either going to be a copter or a tank, and you've got a fighter and you've got an artillery, so something's getting punished.
Good vision.
For what it's worth, Red has not really been able to consolidate anything on the left side either. So
No, nothing.
And it just seemed like that push is maybe petering out a little bit. I think Green is going to be able to hold there.
What's the capture points on that center city?
It's 1.
1.
Okay,
It
yeah,
is
so don't
1.
join.
It is really close.
Although, for what it's worth, I think in order to hit that copter,
Yeah,
Green is going to have to abandon the capture on that city, right? Because it's
he
exactly
might get urban
9.
blighted too.
Yeah, he has to abandon it.
Yeah,
But it's not like he's going to get it anyway.
No, he's definitely not getting it.
I mean, it's easy to know with vision, but he should just sack it. Well, not sack, but like just yeet it into there.
Good vision. Yep.
And he does.
I think Red's gonna get urban blight, and that's gonna be 3 free HP of copter, a fighter. Green did the Remex there, didn't they? Okay, yeah, they did. But
to be honest, I don't really think the fighter justifies an urban blight because
not on its own. No.
How much worse is a 7 HP fighter than a 10 HP fighter? All its job is literally just to one-shot copters, and I'm pretty sure 7 HP fighter still one-shots copters, or at least it's very close.
Though anti-air might clear a 7 HP fighter, I think.
Yeah, that's true, but
so it's not as good of a blocker.
I guess, but you don't buy fighters to be blockers. It's expensive. It's an expensive paperweight.
Maybe good players don't do that. I do that, all right? You buy fighters to kill copters. I buy fighters to block. We are not the same.
Well, I don't buy fighters. We aren't the same.
That's, yeah. My entire team in KCT would not buy fighters.
That's a little slop by Red. Puts the tank right on the city when Urban Blight's up for Green.
That is a good point.
Yeah, there's no reason to put it there.
I guess 7. Well, I guess the power's up, so
yeah.
But any fighter that gets 2 shots off on copters is basically paid for itself.
Hey, Green remembered there's an artillery in that forest. So they're automatically better than me. I'm not sure how I feel about exposing anti there. I guess green only has 2 tanks. I guess it's okay.
The unit count is starting to tip pretty decisively.
We might see a super.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys now, who do you think is winning?
I feel red is ahead, but I don't think it's like unlosable.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, I'm trying to see like what the power situation is looking like. Green has to make a tough choice this turn, because you can either do like 2 consecutive urban blights to try and bleed them economically, or you can go for a big superpower yeet. But I don't really think. I mean, what is going to counter the medium tank on red right now? That's
Bomber.
I think the. Yes, exactly. So, I feel like red is pretty solidly ahead. The green's got to make something happen like real soon, otherwise it's gonna slip away.
Okay.
Because if green like didn't attack anything this turn, doesn't use power, and just buys, they are behind on unit value.
I could tell you
Wait,
it's
what'd they
getting
just delete?
messy right now
What did they just delete?
in infantry.
Why?
What?
Just watch.
Oh, is this the
Flying
the
at
GG?
Yeah.
GG, yeah.
This is the GG.
Okay.
And they resigned.
Well, I
think
was correct about the player that was winning. That was good.
Yeah, that's good.
I think
You got that right.
both players are better than me here.
Okay,
I think,
everyone.
I guess-
And even chat, I'll take your input. What is this person's elo? You're guessing reds.
I want to say like 1400, maybe 1300 at the lowest. But I'm gonna go 1400 here. I think they're significantly better than me. Like, there's some things I disagreed with, but I think they played really well. I guess. Wait, what is like high end fog rating like?
Number 1 on the active ladder is
Like
17,
17, and I think
17.
it's
yeah,
rip.
All time is rip at 1700, and then I'm like 15 points behind.
Okay,
So
so
like
1400 is like rank 10 right now.
that's right. Yeah.
So maybe I'll go a little lower. Let's say like 1350. No, that's still really high. I'll go 1350. I'll hedge my bets.
13-15? Okay. What about you, AWBW?
Well, it's funny because I don't know if this is actually right, but I've seen somebody do the GG before in one of my games, and I know what their ranking was, but that's the losing player, and I don't know if it's actually the same person or not, but they were a Chinese player who did that to me. So, I'm also I didn't find anything particularly offensive about the gameplay in this game. When you're in that like 13 to 1550 range, sometimes it's a little bit hard to pick out stuff from the details. Sometimes are what takes you from like 1300 to 1550. But I do agree that I think it's in that range. This game was very competently played. T-copter openings. Generally, lower level players will not do that, and they especially won't do it when it makes sense. This was a well thought out T-copter opening. I mean, I'm a little bit shy to go too high because I kind of put my foot in my mouth last game, but
I mean, go as high as you want, man.
I mean, I feel like 1450 is pretty safe.
Okay.
But this was well played for sure, and Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it was higher than 1450.
Okay. So, this is the curveball round, because this is a player who has not played Global League Fog for like, I think the options I give you, like the shortest span is like a year. They haven't queued up in a year, right?
Okay.
So there's 4 options. The following options are Soul for Rent, Jay Taquin, Floofy, and Sapphire Commander.
I'm gonna
So
go
those are your
Floofy.
4 options.
I don't know any of those players' strengths in Fog.
I can tell you that Soul's the master of perpetual snow. No Olaf.
I mean, I'll go with Jay Taquin just to pick something different. But I'm not familiar with any of these players' power levels, so it's kind of hard for me to say.
Okay. What about you, Boegas? Am I saying your name right, Boegas?
It's Bogeus.
Bogeus. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
You need to correct me when I say it wrong, man.
I didn't notice. I guess I'm used to just hear what I want to hear. But I would guess Floofy.
Okay, so Floofy. What about Chad? Chad seems to think it's Floofy. Floofy wouldn't pick Kindle as a Roth.
No.
All right, you guys ready for this?
So before we say, the only thing that makes me the only like really obvious mistake I saw from Red this game is early on when they sent the tank into an artillery that they should have known was there.
Yes.
When defending.
I think that's a complete F up on Reds.
Yeah, so that was like a little weird, but if this was like a test game, I mean, there's a particular test game that I played where I also did something even worse than that against Deegis a long time ago. So that doesn't. It's kind of hard to read into that too much, depending on how seriously they're taking the game.
Okay. So what I can tell you,
I won a tournament game where I did that twice. So that happens sometimes.
So I can tell you with absolute certainty that this game was a game that was asked for by Green. Green wanted to practice, and Red was like, okay, I'll practice with you. So chat, you're going to see it. This is my game, bitches.
All right.
All right, I'm glad, because I was a little bit worried. I'm like, oh, are they going to just tear it apart? But no, it's actually, it makes me happy that, like, I didn't mess up that badly.
I thought the medium tank in the top right corner was a little bit weird. It worked out eventually. I think generally what you do when you get a front that just gets bulldozed like that is you kind of spam copters in that side, and that's how you stabilize it. And it was kind of again, it's like those smaller things, and sometimes you can have 1,500 players that play like 1,100 players, and sometimes you can have 1,100 players that play like 1,500 players, depending on how much they care about the game. And so you never really know. Sometimes it's a lot depends on the effort.
It was a long time ago, but I think what my thought was, I knew the anti-air was there, and that's why I was kind of like apprehensive about making a copter.
Well, you can always make a second copter.
I could.
And a third copter, and a fourth.
Just keep spamming copters.
And hey, you killed that anti-air with copters.
I did. The funny thing is, I had not seen ELAGATUA's video before this game, and so it's just kind of funny how like certain things worked out.
So what elo were you at this time?
You guys want to wait? Does it say my elo? So here's the thing. I crashed out like 2 years ago due to just some kind of life stuff, and I haven't played since. I think my current elo is like 850.
Ain't no way you were 850
No,
below
if
player.
you
playing
guys
like
look it up right now, go ahead, everyone, just look it up right now. My elo is like 850 in Fog.
All right, pulling it up.
Do it.
I'm pulling it up.
I dare you. Hold on.
Okay, so your overall global league rating is 850.
Oh, that's my overall.
In Fog, you are 11 and 10, 863. That's crazy.
So this is why it was a curveball round, was because I had not played in like so long.
No,
I mean, I
you
still play like gimmicky things on an alt, but
Red definitely would have beat me this game. I would have played, I think, worse than Green as well. So
I can thank Rip for helping me understand this map. And the reason why ELAGATUA thinks he had seen this game already was the opening was Rip's opening.
Well, there
It's
you
like-
go.
Yeah, like I think up until hold on, you guys. Nope, it was where the hell is it? So you guys.
are you able to say who Green was?
I don't know if he's okay with that.
All right, that's fine. Can you tell us like what elo Green was approximately?
At the time, I think his overall was 11.
1100. Okay.
Yeah, his
interesting.
was over. I think up until this point, it was. Yeah, it was like down to a T what Rip's opening was.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the opener, so I guess that
it
makes
was a great
sense.
opener, and I'm like, I'm sticking with it because it got you control of the center so perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, I think this map is sneaky in that. I mean, maybe I'm not smart enough. I don't know, but I wouldn't have ever thought about the center being as important until I watched Legatua's video on it, and then I think it was pretty evident in this game that. I mean, I don't know if you ever you did end up front shifting some stuff from your left side to the right side to kind of save it, and then Green just couldn't do the same thing.
That's what I assume was like one of the biggest things with a lot of like a lot of maps that have like central control as like a theme. I feel like that's a huge thing. It's like you gain control so that the opponent can't front shift, and then they're stuck with however they threw their units, where you can at least adapt.
And I think this map is especially impressive in that sense. Because I feel like most fog maps, you always have some opportunity to front shift. It's just not like, maybe it's a little slow if your opponent maintains an area. But this map is just, you can't. You literally can't front shift. I guess you can take like a 5-turn front shift if you don't control the center, but like, you just can't.
I feel like it's a fine line on most maps. Okay, enough about me. Let's move forward into the final game I have prepped. That is not it. Okay, we're just going to take a sec for me to get this going.
So let's see here. The closest, I think, was when I said 1100 or so, and it was 950.
There we go.
I'm just really grateful that I'm better at reading my opponents in actual games than I am at reading their ELO based on these replays. Holy crap.
I'm just glad I'm not being overly critical like I was last time. I was like, oh, 800, 850, and then it's like, oh, there's 1200, I'm like, okay, I guess I don't know.
I would have been way closer if I had just gone with that strategy.
Well, I was like legitimately thinking their play was like that, and then I'm like, oh, I'm actually just wrong. Like, I guess I'm just very critical of play a lot of the time. So I think like any mistake is like, oh, they must not be like the strongest. But
It's funny because the game that I ripped on the first game players pretty hard, and that's actually been, I think, the highest ELO game we've seen so far.
you think so? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just just being so rude to Izanagi.
I wasn't actually being that rude to Izanagi. It was the opponent that I was ripping on pretty hard. But yeah, you're gonna have to pull up the stream in Discord again. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. All right, you guys see it now?
Yes,
Yeah.
my eyes are open.
What map is this? This was a in tournament first round.
Yes, and I hated it.
This is the map that made me slam my fist onto the table, unironically.
Was this the don't buy your rolls at the Sonya store
hate
one?
this too?
It was. This is that one.
I undervalued copters on this map, and it was just. I tried to make Sammy work, and the more I've learned about this map, the more I'm just like, Sammy was not the right call.
I don't remember like this map. I think I played like Jess or something. And my opponent just like was playing Jake and was like way too safe, I think, and I just slammed him randomly with Jess, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm done."
I think I played
This map is
Adder on
really
this
tricky.
map.
I think Adder is a
tricky
good
map.
safe bet.
I'm gonna step away the restroom really fast, but feel free to start this one, and I'll come back in a second.
Oh, okay.
So is this a tournament game or is this a global league game?
This is a global league game, and I know there's one player in the live chat who knows exactly what this is because they submitted it.
Okay. Okay. I don't like the black boat back there. Maybe I don't remember what ELAGATUA said for the opener. Oh, he actually might have done this, actually. I think he might have used the black boat to immediately get towards the center. I think I didn't go for that.
Overestimated the importance of the black boat on this side. Because to some extent, you have to kind of make a decision. Are you ferrying infantry on this side, or are you sending over here to go get all this stuff? Because at some point, you do need to get this stuff. It's just when do you do that? I think
my approach was I want to make my strong side stronger rather than try to get my weak side up more. Because I felt like anything I boosted, ferried the infantry from the weak side for, I would just lose eventually. And I'd rather just try and jumpstart my strong side and get the airport as soon as possible.
I ended up
I don't like that at all.
Resources on my weak side, and I just lost it.
Maybe that's okay. Yeah, I guess you can just get that front city tower and then back up, maybe.
That is an.
It's been This has been a while since I've done this map, and I've kind of forgotten a lot of the.
I hope they don't
nuances.
The airport.
I've forgotten all the nuances I did because all my nuances were wrong.
Yeah, so this is the one where you can get the missiles to scout the base.
Yeah. I think I did something similar like that.
I think everyone did that.
No, I think actually I came up with it, and everyone else who did that was copying me. So
checks out.
No, nobody else would have had that idea, you know. I think I got my missile killed by infantry because I was being an idiot with it. So.
Yeah, this map is one of those maps where the weak side base is you can't really build any vehicles, and so
you literally can't unless you build a lander or something.
So that's
right.
Thought led me down the road of Sammy, and I'm like, in hindsight, that was stupid.
Yeah, you literally just hold on to those two cities by the mountain, and that's it.
Yeah, Sammy is a bit of a bait pick because really this map is won and lost in the center, and it's quite open in that area.
How do you feel about the weak side infantry being ferried to the airport? I know it gets it a little faster, but I don't know. I feel like
I think
I guess
air is
weak side
good
infantry
on this
aren't
map,
important
honestly.
really.
Yeah, I mean they are your push towards the center. I don't remember exactly what I did.
Oh, they can go across the river. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think if I remember correctly, I used my strong side infantry. Though that I think it delays your airport by like 2 more turns, so maybe it's not worth the opportunity cost.
This is really
You
greedy.
remember when there was that meta where it's just send a recon from the strong side just to go harass? That
I
was
think
really
that's
popular
maybe
in there.
correct on this map, honestly, because like
That's
the
what I
time,
wanted to do.
your tank's just like not going to be there in time typically for that recon.
I can't remember if that's what I did. But like so many players were doing it that might as well.
Everyone's doing it, so I will too.
I mean, it sucks when you have someone harassing you and you can't stop them. At least you can harass them as well.
True. Very late combat both, but I there was no reason to have it earlier.
Usually delayed comm towers are signs of players who know what's going on.
Yeah. I think was this White Sun?
White Nova?
White Nova. Is playing, I think, pretty like controlled, like pretty cautious and not overextending a bit. They are a little bit overextending on their weak side, but I think as long as they cede those cities without really a fight, I don't have a problem with it.
The concept is kind of solid because you're going for like really greedy captures and then you're only spamming tanks. I'm a little bit concerned though for White Nova. This is one of the classic situations. Like you need recons. You can't just keep doing tanks every turn. If there's no recons this turn, it's gonna be a problem. It's kind of already a problem. I guess you got the missiles, so that can kind of function as a recon in practice. But
how do you feel about them basically making this side like the strong side? Because they're sending all their tanks over here, and to some extent they got the infantry base over here. This is kind of like their strong side.
I think it doesn't quite line up with their approach.
I think it's gonna just come in a fumble when this breaks.
Yeah, once that's gone, it's just gonna be hard for them to fight. That's
Do you
I don't
think
like
that was
that.
worth it?
I don't see what the hope is there. Like they're gonna get that city, and you're gonna lose both infantry, regardless of what was there to punish you.
yeah, it's maybe they feel overconfident because they had the missiles and so they had some vision. I don't know if they saw the recon go into that forest, but
They know
I mean,
there's
they
a
must be,
recon
right?
over here because they saw it be built on this
Yeah.
base. So most likely they know it's out here.
but you put the tank on the city, clear the road infantry. I mean, you can't clear; it'll probably end up being 1 HP. You could maybe even sack the 1 HP infantry into the road infantry and then kill it with the tank. I'm not sure if it's quite enough damage with one tower. But okay, so that recon, that's correct.
And that should die to the artillery next turn.
Yeah, so I would have liked to see the 1 HP infantry go into that infantry on the road. I think it might have died to the tank shot if it had been sacked, but I'm not completely sure. I'd have to check the math.
So let me ask you guys, what should white do right now, based off of what you've seen?
I think they should just capture that one city by the shoal, so like to the right. Don't go any farther forward. Not that one. The one on the far right.
This one?
No,
Or this one?
that one.
Okay.
This is terror. Sorry, go ahead.
I agree. It's not a good position for white. They're just behind on like everything now. They're not able to fight on the side they thought they were strong. They're delayed on their strong side. Black's ahead on capturing on their weak side and their strong side. It's not like they're not so far down that they can't win. Like they're just a little delayed on things. I think Black's advantaged, and it would take Black messing up a little bit. But I don't think anything has happened that's so bad that
And I'm going to say that because they saw this hit the pipe scene, and they seen this in the pipe scene, and so
the
they
pipe
know
scene's
that
dead, just
this is
just
gonna get
artillery.
Hit. Yeah,
so you know there's a tank that can get on the
artillery
city.
hit it and the tank hit it. So they know that there's that this is going to break next turn, and they know that there's a tank here ready to come join the fight.
Exactly.
So if they, let's say hypothetically, they send these two tanks down and start a brawl, they're going to be starting a brawl in unadvantaged terrain. It's not going to be good for them long term, especially because...
And not just worse terrain, it's way faster reinforce for both bases and the airport.
Like 3 reinforcement versus like 2 reinforcement. It is a world of difference.
Now, White Nova's in a lot of trouble. This is a terrible position for White Nova. And they kind of got themselves in the situation because, well, they didn't build any recons. And then they tried to... I mean, they spent 2 incredibly valuable infantry disrupting what is basically a safe capture. Oh, what is this?
This is going to
exactly
spiral
what you didn't
so
want to
fast.
see. And then they leave an empty city.
I mean, I don't think they realistically had a way to get on the city, except for the missiles, which, like...
I mean, the missiles could have survived a hit from a tank, right?
It probably would have been worth putting the missiles on the city, honestly. But this is just...
I don't know how much recon infantry does to missiles. He doesn't even use the city. I think it's actually...
Well, he didn't end up needing the defense, so...
Yeah, I guess it makes sense because I think his tank could have covered the city regardless on the left side. And more towards the center.
This feels like a short game. This feels like the South player is just a lot stronger than the North player.
The South player, I think, also made a really sneaky move, which I didn't notice was good. So their artillery they put on the shoals, which is out of vision of the missiles in the forest, which they thought was a reasonable position. Whereas the North player put it to the right of the forest rather than the shoals, which then revealed it before it even shot to the missiles.
Mm.
So that's... I wouldn't have thought about that until I've been seeing it in this game, but it seemed like Black was thinking about that.
So Black is down a little bit on income. And the left side is going pretty nicely for them.
For Black?
No, the left side is going well for White.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Black can never win that side.
Correct. And that's what's supposed to happen.
I have a premonition. The missiles are going to shoot a copter this game. Luckily, the artillery is not really able to get anywhere useful this turn. But there's still just too many vehicles, really, for white to fight in. Too much stuff in general. But that doesn't stop them before.
Boy.
And so one of the things that really sucks for white is that purple is just using this to just pump copters up to the north. And there's just so much stuff that he can't really compete. He can't build, like, let's say, double tanks like he would want to on, like, a strong side because of the space. He's just kind of screwed.
Yeah, this is sometimes it can be hard to figure out like what's your strong side and what's your weak side. And a good rule of thumb to like help you out with that is just draw like lines showing how many turns it takes to reinforce with tanks or copters from your airports and bases, and do that the same for your opponent. And where it's faster for you is where you're strong, and where it's faster for your opponent is where they're strong.
This is a tricky turn for black because you know that the missiles are there.
For those of you listening, for the reinforcement lines, there's actually a great add-on for the site. If you want to grab that, it is really, really nice because it'll show you 3 turns for you, 2 turns for the opponent. It'll help you figure out the reinforcement times for any vehicle. It's really great.
Word of caution with that add-on, with that enhancement, it puts like stuff down to say like this is a safe city for you, this is a contested city. That's not always accurate.
That is correct. Well, are you talking about the income grapher?
I don't know which one it is. I don't use any of those.
There's
but
2
Kessler
different
showed
ones.
me
There's one that does just capture phases, which honestly is kind of iffy, especially on maps that use like pre-deploys and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one that just does reinforcement times of like wherever you place your units, and it's super helpful. I use it a lot. And I'm being an idiot right now, and I'm pushing the wrong button.
It's okay.
Where we left off.
I think black can break through to the missiles if they play their cards right.
I think so too.
We shall see.
I don't. Did they know? So you said that you know that the missiles are there. I think
they had the recon. They have the recon.
Yeah.
So they should have a really good idea. Oh yeah, but now they know for sure.
That is perfect for a 1 HP tank.
Yep, the recon can reach. Tank
the
can't.
tank.
I don't think.
No, it's side slip, so the tank can reach.
Oh yeah. Clear the infantry. Yeah.
Yes, this is going to be a really punishing turn. Yep. And now,
you know how you say that left was a lost cause? I would even argue that purple's winning this at this point.
They're winning this.
Now they are.
Yeah,
it's adder. It's adder. That's why they're winning. Yeah. I don't know what White Nova's plan is, but it's bad
in
for
Block
them.
Rock we trust.
Block Rock into resign, like
yeah. There's not even good planes hits you can have here, and you don't really have. You can have vision. Not your missiles is alive. Never mind. You still have vision, but.
So just knowing what's on the board, do you think this is going to be an effective block rock?
No.
I don't see how you can get anything good here.
So I can count the copters.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good block rock. I mean, in their defense, I'm not sure you could have held it, but I don't think it enabled any attack, really. It got you like a copter one shot, but I don't think that matters.
No, this ought to be block rock into resign.
They did make the unit value. Never mind, it's like the same.
No, they're.
Oh my god, a recon in that position should never be able to get there.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Even if he gets the mech into like a position, you can see it with the recon.
So the neck should already be on that mountain. Because like you just can't enable like recons to get that deep in. This is a lot of patience from Black there. I think I would have tried to smack both copters. Maybe there wasn't a way to break through to the back one.
You don't need to hit both.
You don't need to. I think it's correct to not hit both. Actually, I just would have tried to.
This is going to be a challenging game to rate because, in my opinion, like Black is so much stronger than White, and sometimes when you have games like this that kind of seem over very very quickly,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to gauge like what their true level is when, I mean, this is just White initiating into a terrible fight, and then they got rolled, and now they're getting rolled everywhere, and that's it. Kind of like Black's decisions. I mean, Black has played well, but it's like the first game in a lot of ways where Blue kind of just took the obvious decisions because Pink made some terrible decisions, and the rest of the game just kind of followed from that. And here, Black just did kind of the obvious thing and punished, and now it's cleanup time. And this is a silly overextension, but it doesn't matter because the game is over already.
Yeah. I was thinking. I was like, this is a bit of a yeet here.
This is a you should have resigned last turn attack. Yeah.
I mean, I do think it's actually hard to interrupt that comm tower. Of course, you can use the mech, but like you want to hit a tank.
It's not a bad attack. It's just the fact that you can go to this position and not immediately lose is a sign that the game is over.
Yeah. Oh, comm tower interrupt. And you see the artillery.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
That tank, it's completely uncontested, but it's accomplishing nothing.
I mean, I guess that city will likely flip eventually, but
It will. I mean, it's really hard to hold that long term.
at what cost?
But as you pointed out, like that tank could just be a recon, and it would have accomplished the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And it would have actually just gotten more vision.
Wow. Oof. And now that push is totally dead on the left side because there's no infantry left. So it doesn't matter. Like, even if everything else gets cleaned up. It was really nice to the recon managed to avoid the artillery. Technically, it doesn't because you're going to get block rock, so that artillery is going to get an extra range. But this game was over like 3 or 4 turns ago, and it is still over.
Yeah, up 15 units, double the unit count, almost double the unit value. Let's say 50% unit value.
I mean,
it's a decent block rock. Like it's all right, but it's just
you
not
are
nearly
within
enough.
your right to force your opponent to one of the hard win conditions of the map.
I mean, you're allowed to play the game however much you want. Oftentimes, it's pretty fun to just be winning really hard and just play it out like you're in a campaign.
Oh, it is. It is.
But my take is I don't think it's BM to play a match if you think there's any chance of you winning. As long as you're not saying anything or whatever, you're being respectful otherwise. There is a significant time difference between black and white here, and I think that might be manifesting in the play as well.
It's interesting because normally the player that's losing is burning all the time.
Yes. Well, in every game I play, I make my move and 2 minutes.
So finally, you get your
was-
resign.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
even though I have been wrong about the ELO in every single game so far, I have not been wrong about the player that has been winning at any point of any of these games.
I mean,
so
that's a
at
good,
least there's something to
indicator.
be said for that.
Oh, I really don't know how to rate this. Because
Yeah,
like
this could
I
be anything.
agree. Like Black, I don't really think they made like mistakes, but like they didn't have to do anything. I mean, they made mistakes with that full yeet. It worked. It was fine because they were so ahead, but probably unnecessary. And more patient would have been better, but you know, I think even a really really high rated player would still do that there, just because like why not? Like
It's
I'm
fun.
so ahead. Yeah. So it's hard for me to rate. I'm gonna try thinking about what I think white was here. Um, and I don't know, like I kind of feel like 900.
Was this GL or was this tournament?
I think you said it was Global League.
Okay,
This was Global League.
it was Global League. Yeah. I mean, I'll go first this time. I agree with everything that you said. It's pretty hard to pin down because I think this was a game of white throwing immediately more than anything black did. But black was competent, which is fine. I'm gonna say 1100. It wouldn't blow my mind if it was lower, and it wouldn't blow my mind if it was higher. But this is more. I'm more picking this number based on what I think your ELO would have to be paired against white, and I think white is like not higher, not much higher than 1,000 at best. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I'm going with.
My guess is white's about 900, and I'm gonna guess say black is just better. Like
That
I'll
don't
say like
concern yourself with white's elo. Concern yourself with only purples.
right. It's just I can't guess purples because they didn't
I'm
like
gonna tell you
they
this.
could be better than the play they showed because
Purples.
they didn't have to show any play, right? So I'm gonna say purple showed play of 1,000 or so. Like they might be better than that. They could be 1,500 and they might have played the exact same way this game as an 1,000 would have. It's just hard for me to tell because of how their opponent was playing. So yeah, I'm basing it based off of I think their opponent's about 900. I think they're significantly better. I'm gonna say 1,000.
What about you, ELAGATUA?
So I locked in at 1100. I'm going to
1100?
stick with that. But
Okay.
all the rationale said so far is I align with that.
For you playing at home, 1,400 plus. And I'm going to say 1,400 plus because it's going to be important for the guessing of who this player is.
Yeah, this for the previous couple of rounds, I've said really high numbers and it's been a lot lower, and I've been really surprised. This one, I said 1100 and it's a lot higher, and I'm not surprised at all. Like this is actually like the least surprised that I'm to be off for all the reasons that we said. Like because this game,
part of the issue is that I'm trying to find games that you haven't seen of high level play, and it's relatively difficult because you've probably seen everything.
Yeah, that's to be fair. I'm actually interested a lot in what White's ELO was because I feel like there was a big gap here.
Oh, I can tell you there was a big gap.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Which leads us to the guess. Who was the winning player? Was it Hapuwali, Sidewinder 437, Rip, or Voice of Akasha? And those are all really top players in the Fog world.
it feels like a Sidewinder. I mean, I haven't played against the rest of them. I've played against Sidewinder, but it kind of feels like how Sidewinder plays to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's Rip or VOA, because I don't think Rip has ever played on this map, and I don't think VOA has played any Fog. Um, I think it's Happa. Sidewinder, I don't think Sidewinder would finish a game with 18 days left on his timer. I think that's way too high.
So if I were to tell you that this is an alt of one of these players, would that change your mind?
uh,
So that's how they matched against this player. Okay.
it wouldn't change my mind. In fact, it kind of makes me more confident that it's Happa because I know one of Happa's alts that he's done like drunk play. But I mean, if VOA has an alt that plays Fog, like that's kind of exciting. And I'm not aware of Rip having any alts either, especially
I don't know
on
if
Global League.
Sidewinder has alts either.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm sticking with what I said.
I'll switch to
Anyone in
Habuhuli
chat
with
think
the knowledge
anything
that it's an
different?
alt, but
It appears not. So this is a viewer submitted game, and we're gonna reveal in 3, 2, 1. This is a Rip game.
Rip has a
Okay.
Global League alt.
He has apparently he's the one who submitted this, and I looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah, I mean,
if a little bit of context, this is an alt that he's not used in a while.
okay. I didn't know that Rip had any alts on Global League at all. That's pretty fun. I mean, I stand by everything I said. Like,
he uses
it's
it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
so what rating was the alt at the time of this game?
oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, that's
Hold on.
what I really
Give
want
me,
to know because like so much of this is like
seconds to Google this.
so much of like the ELO guessing on this game was based on what we thought White Nova was because it's like what kind of player would
I don't want to
make these
give you
kinds of
White
mistakes?
Nova like who he was purely because it kind of gives it away. Oh. So I'm just gonna say this: White Nova is like 1400.
What?
Really?
I'm not gonna give you his alt level, but I'll give you White Nova is 1400 at the time.
Was it what was it a alt of a 1400 player or was it actually the 1400 player?
It's a 1400 player. It was not an alt. I can tell you that much.
I am so confused.
Yeah. All right.
I don't
know. There's a lot of people not playing at their ELO level in some of these games.
I know. I'm just gonna say that Rip is that good.
I'm not arguing with you, but I felt like I felt like this was a really poorly played game.
Yeah, I don't want to be harsh here, but like I feel like, yeah, obviously Rip's way better than me, obviously, but I think you could have plopped me in any one of Rip's turns and after this, let's say the opening, and it wouldn't have mattered. Like I would have won, maybe not as decisively, but it would have been just really easy for me to win in that position. So I don't know. I don't want to disparage the White Nova too much, but I don't think the play was that good.
Completely honest, I do the same stuff in my games. I'm either like top of my league, just like dominating you, or I make a stupid mistake and I end up paying for it.
I mean, even like at my elo, like every game, both my opponent and I like make a lot of mistakes. Honestly, like I feel like you have to get to like 1400, 1500 to get to the point of like if you make a mistake, you probably lose.
This is just a total curb stomp game because, like, to me, it felt like the second that White Nova went into to try and deny
the completely safe city. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not completely safe, but it was committing to a line that was never going to lead anywhere, and then it just continued to be committed to, and then it continued to not lead anywhere. And that's, I don't know. It's it wasn't good, and I feel like this was every other game. I had some doubt about who was winning at some point, and this one, I was like, "Well, this is not going to be good," and then it wasn't
Even
good.
my game, you didn't doubt I was winning?
I mean, there was a point in time when the right side looked very gnarly.
Just looked
for you in that game.
Yeah, the medium tank turn looked pretty rough.
I mean, it did look rough. I'm not gonna lie.
And so some of that was just like you kind of benefited from the lack of anti-air from your opponent in that game. This game was like, it was really obvious from the first engagement where this thing was going, and it went exactly there, exactly how I expected it to. Yeah, and Rip is 100% correct. The winning player not throwing equals top 10. Like, that is 1,000,000% correct.
I can totally understand that. Yeah. It's just who makes less F-ups, honestly.
It is the last mistake loses, generally speaking. You'll see. Soon you'll know. Good videos are coming in your future.
Good. I'm going to need them, because apparently I got to get back into Global League.
Yeah, you got to climb to your true ELO.
I got to climb to my true ELO now.
Yeah, 1400 or whatever, 50.
Oh, jeez, I got to live up to that.
I made it easier. I said 1350, so knocked 50 off for you.
Regardless, we're talking like Div 1 competition.
Hey, I mean, 1200 is good enough for Div 1. That's where I am.
Hey, maybe if I make it to Div 1, I'll be against ELAGATUA, and then it'll be nice because he'll make a video of him stomping me, and I'll understand why he stomped me.
Hey, not to brag, I've actually been in 2 ELAGATUA videos. So.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is the opening reel?
Yeah. First one was, absolutely do not do this opener in round 3 of this tournament because you just lose day 5 if you're not paying attention. I was the one not paying attention, losing day 5, doing a dumb opening. It was the one where you went Sammy with the
map.
The black belt on the HQ, yeah.
Oh, the Smacky Cup 6, also known as the map testing the tournament.
Yeah, where
was that round 2?
No, I think it was round 3.
Oh, round 3.
Was that 5? Was that the third round of SE5?
I don't remember.
That was the FTA. That was the APC opener that I did.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was in the recent video for round 1 of the most recent Smacky Cup. Because I think you said like it was like the first game that like was kind of the bases were flipped evenly.
Oh yeah, that was the one where I really ought to have lost. I will say, Smacky Cup 6 has not been a smooth sailing tournament for me in any of the games, and part of that is because I'm kind of content farming a little bit, but just wait for this round 4 game to drop.
I was so close to doing Sammy for round 3. Then I screwed it up.
I got matched against Humida round 2. So I was like, well, that ends my run.
I think Sammy's a really good option for round 2 provided your opponent doesn't know how to fight Sammy.
I think round 2 was wasn't that the tier 3 map?
Yeah, it was tier 3, and I played Sammy, and I kicked ass.
I feel like Kindle just would smack Sammy.
There's some Sammy cheese to it. It depends. If you know how to fight against Sammy, you'll do fine. But if you don't, you're screwed.
You're
I
welcome.
played Drake into Kindle, and yeah, I mean, Humida was going to beat me regardless, but Drake into Kindle made it even worse.
Well, I think Rip came in to that round and played Sammy and showed everybody how it can be done. And then I went into that round and played Sammy and showed everybody why it shouldn't be done. And yeah, so meta's very broken on that map. Fun times.
It is. What sucks is if you're in the lower divs, then you have to play Sammy without understanding like ELAGATUA's understanding of it, or like Rip's understanding of the map. You just have to make it up as you go.
Well, the good news is your opponent also doesn't get access to that, so it's more like it's more determined by like your skill rather than like who watched ELAGATUA's video, you know.
It's funny because every map for me is like that. Or
Here's the thing.
I have
Even
to
if you
figure
watch
out
an
what's going
ELAGATUA
on
video,
every single time.
If you watch if you copy his opening, you may just get screwed. Because I've done that in the beginning of my Advanced Wars career. I was copying his openings, and I just got screwed every single time. Granted, that's my fault for not understanding the opening itself, but
Yeah, I think it's part not understanding the opening's goals, because like if your opponent doesn't move the exact same way, like you can't do the exact same thing. And then if your opponent just is like, wait a minute, I might have seen this opener before. They also might have like blind countered it, or also, as weird as this is, sometimes low level openers counter high level openers. Like I remember I was playing a fog live game, and my opponent built a copter every day, starting at turn 5, I think, day 5. And they built a copter every day from day 5 to day 15. And yeah, they almost won that game because I only built one anti-air when I saw the first copter. I already had one built when I saw the first copter day 8, and I built another one.
I'm so glad that someone else has this happen to them, where someone does something BS, and just because your opener isn't able to counter it, you get screwed over.
Yeah, I mean it happens. I only won because it was live and my opponent was not moving fast enough. They said some very not nice things to me in chat. And I was like, time is part of live. I'm sorry.
All right, I need to call it a night.
That is perfectly fine, my man.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you guys on this, and this was very educational, at least for me. And at the very least, it helps me understand that comprehending, like guessing people's elo, it's really difficult. It is not an easy thing to do.
I'm glad I got to be the non-educational voice here. You know, I get to just say random things and then get corrected when I say wrong things.
Don't worry, that would have been me.
I don't think I got a single game even close, which is hilarious.
I don't think I did
and
either.
I'm not even mad. Like
we were just oscillating each time. Like
I guess I'm just waiting for Mangs to ascend to number 1 on the fog ladder. Like that's
I think our closest was off by 150. I don't know if we were ever closer than off by 150.
I think. Well, I think you
Yes,
were.
between the two of us, I think the closest was off by 150.
I don't think I got a single one within 300.
So what'd you say for the first game? You said like 800 or 850 or something like that.
Which the first one was like.
Oh, it was like
Yeah, it was
almost
Izanagi
1300.
like
It
1277 or
was really
something.
close.
Yeah, and I said it was like 900 or something.
Okay.
That was another one that was kind of defined by the quality of the opponent to some degree, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks everybody for having me. Thanks everybody for watching. This was really fun. Love to do it again sometime. But for now, see you next time. Thanks for having me.
See ya, and everyone, don't forget to wish Isaac a happy birthday on the way out.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Isaac.
He's 3.
Let's go.
All right. Thanks for everyone for stopping to watch my my stream. And maybe you'll be here for the next week where we're going to do standard. It's out of place, but whatever. Toodles.